Alright, what's up everyone? How are you all doing? It's been a minute. I've been busy and I finally got a time to do some gaming. So, let's make sure everything's good. Seems like everything's working fine, which is always good. Cool. Awesome. We're ready. Let's do it. I got myself a new... it's not even really new. I just put my cloak on finally because I realized how cool it kind of looks. And I'm kind of here for that. So yeah, now I'm repping that a little bit with this class. Because why the heck not? Alright. So our agenda for today, I'm going to do... Oh, I still need to get the pizza emote. I forgot about that. We're going to do the seasonal event. I'm going to see what we can get out of that. See what it's like. I heard some people say that some parts of it is good, some parts of it is eh. So we'll make our own judgments on that, and then we'll continue on story some more, and maybe take some breaks for some dailies throughout. We'll kind of see on that one because I'm kind of playing it by ear a little bit. We'll kind of see how we're feeling on that. Let's make sure everything's being good, everything's not being laggy. Seems like everything's being okay. Yeah, okay. Should be all... That was weird. Did it lag on there, on the screen? And the dog, of course. Yeah, it's just on my side that it lags. Okay. Why does it lag on my side, though, is the thing I'm curious about, because as far as I can tell, I don't think it's lagging on your guys' end, which is a good thing. I don't want it to be lagging on your guys' side. Yeah. Okay. I mean, that's fine. I could deal with it being laggy on my end. And I should take myself out of there, just in case. Let's see here. So I want to say it's in Old Gridania. It's the quest where we're at. Get my energy drink. There we go. Loki's hiding from the world. Kind of chilling. Oh my god, there's so many people here. Why? Where's the quest? I don't see them. It said it's in Old Gridania somewhere. I don't see it though. Normally it shows you the quests. There it is. A very Yeti starlight. Alright. Yeah. I should have known it would be over here. I feel like it's always at this general area. Oh my gosh. There's so many people. I mean, it's understandable, I guess, because, you know, it is the beginning of an event. So, yeah. Alright. Let's see here. A very Yeti starlight. Well, if it isn't my favorite adventurer, I hope you haven't forgotten about me in the year since we last met. You'll be lending a hand with the festivities again this year, won't you? Because I could certainly use your help. I think I did trees last time. You see, I have something of a beast problem. Nothing dangerous, I assure you, but it's not exactly my area of expertise. And I imagine a seasoned veteran such as yourself, with all of your experience dealing with Eorzea's more exotic fauna, would be better suited for the task. Come on, Rudy. I mean, she's not wrong. We're probably pretty well suited for it. Oh, that thing is adorable. That's Rudy? Okay. Yip yip. Oh, this little fellow is Rudy. At least, that's what I've been calling him. He appeared all of a sudden as I was making my usual preparations, and now he doesn't seem to want to leave. I was wary at first, but he hasn't tried to cause any problem. I dare say he's even better behaved than some of my little helpers. I've grown so fond of him, I just couldn't resist making him a little costume. Doesn't he look adorable in it? I mean, he definitely does. It works well for him. The only problem is that it's as if he's trying to tell me something. It seems terribly important to him, but for the life of me, I can't figure out what it might be. I don't suppose there's anything you might be able to do to help, is there? I don't think I speak yip yip. Yeah, I don't know what you're saying. I'm sorry. I can't help you. Forgive me, I know I'm asking the nigh impossible. After all, it's not as if an adventurer like yourself has the ability to commune with beasts. Oh, whatever am I to do? It looks like you could use some help, my dear. Who's that? Is that Santa? Santa? Oh, it's a squirrel. The squirrel can talk? No way. What? Did that squirrel just speak? That's what I'm wondering. By the 12, a talking squirrel. You can understand us? An auspice, I presume. A talking squirrel. The reactions never fail to amuse. Yes, I can understand and speak your language just fine. For you see, I am what is known as an auspice, a beast proficient in the tongues of man. If you have traveled to the Far East, you may have encountered others of my kind, but allow me to introduce myself. I am Risai, a wanderer who goes wherever duty, sentiment, and the sweet smell of delectable desserts take me. A meeting with an old friend is what called me to Eorzea, but your festivities piqued my interest. I couldn't help but overhear your conversation, and it struck me that I might be of service. With Rudy, you can understand him? I mean, I should hope you can understand him. I would be a sad excuse of an auspice if I could not, so allow me to provide some enlightenment. It seems your furry little friend here would entreat a favor of you. To wit, he is troubled by the fact that he's a bit of a runt compared to his brothers. They hardly even treat him like a real Yeti, making fun of him for the tiny snowballs he makes. Oh, it's a Yeti? Snowballs? Indeed. I heard that Yetis incapacitate and capture their prey by blowing frosty balls of snow and ice. Yip, 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 yip. Aw, he's adorable. Is he going to be a friend of ours? Your friend would politely point out that this is not true of all Yetis. Rudy and his kin live peacefully deep in the mountains, a far cry from the savage beasts that roam Korthas. They vie for supremacy amongst themselves, not through violence, but by competing to see who can build the biggest snowballs. Rudy was practicing making snowballs in secret to prove himself when he fell from a small precipice and got himself lost. He wandered the forest aimlessly for days and had just about given up all hope when a white-haired fellow found and rescued him. The kindly fellow in question was none other than the Saint of Nymphia. Okay, he says, save our poor Rudy before gallivanting off to the Starlight celebration. Poor Rudy, alas, didn't even get a chance to thank him. So now he wishes to find the saint and properly express his gratitude. What a touching story! A starlight miracle, and I do very much wish I can't read words today, apparently, you guys. I'm struggling. Sorry, Rudy. I fear I haven't a clue where the saint is right now. He never sticks to one place for far too long, you see. Always busy delivering gifts to the children of the realm. Yep. The saint will know what you're good for, Yeti. The best way to show thanks would be pay his kindness for. Okay, we'll go with the second option. Ah! No! I don't want to skip the cutscene. I almost messed up. That's right. If you help bring joy to all the young ones from the Starlight Celebration, you can be the one of his little helpers. Why, if you're lucky, you might even be able to meet him again. What's up, Cloud? How are you doing? Rudy says he would be happy to help. As for that matter, would I? At the very least, I can avail you as an interpreter. You'll be lending a hand too. We're running a little Christmas event currently, so we're helping this little miniature Yeti out. I understand that this is all rather sudden, but please tell me you'll agree. I'm sure it would mean the world to Rudy. I mean, I guess we can help the little Rudy out. Splendid. Now, let us come up with a plan for getting this little one involved in the festivities. We throw him like a snowball. That's my thought. Where are we going? We gotta speak to Risai. Where's Risai at, though? Risai's over there. Okay, she's not far at all. She's over there. Boop. There's Risai. Oh, that's right. Risai is like a little squirrel that talks. Hey, Risai. I thank you again for your aid. Now, there must be something special Rudy can do for the children in this Starlight season. But what could it be? Might have you an idea? Not one that I can think of. What's that you say? The snowballs you make are so tiny that no one could ever want them? Do not be so hard. Aw, that's kind of sad. I mean, he is a little yeti. You can't expect big snowballs from him. Clearly your talents simply lie elsewhere, and it is our job to help find them. Perhaps you could join the choir, for example. Can you sing? Nope. Thank you, Rudy. That was most unique. Unique is definitely the word. Perhaps it's not the best fit for the singing Starlight carols. Sad. There must be something we can do. I would hear your thoughts. We could compose a carol to better suit his voice. I don't think that'll work. He could make snowballs for the snowball fight. It's a possibility. They're pretty small though, but that would work. Snowball themed gifts should do the trick. I think snowball fight would be the thing to do it. That is a possibility, but the children rather enjoy making snowballs themselves. I am not convinced that taking the task away from them would bring them much joy. That reminds me, what do you think of these, pray tell? I picked them up in Ulda. It's some kind of traditional confection, but they look rather snowballish, don't they? Perhaps we can make something similar to the festivals to nibble on. Snow cones? Are we doing snow cones? I'm here for it. That's right, Rudy. This is your chance to prove yourself once and for all. You're going to make the loveliest, most scrumptious snowball treats any Yeti ever had, and we'll be with you every step of the way. We'll got this. We're gonna help them. Well, if it's sweets you're making, I know just the person. Mother Mion in Caroline Canopy. I'm staying in a room there, and I must say I found her confections to be second to none. Okay. Ugh. So we need to go to the Caroline Canopy. We're gonna make snowballs. Or not snowballs, we're gonna make, what's it called? Snow cones. That's my guess. You're starting the second season, The Witcher, Cloud? How did you like the first season? This way. There we go. I must run. There we go. Okay. Hey, Risai. Mother Mion, this is something my friends and I would discuss with you. Yip yip. Quite the motley bunch, I see. What is it that brings you all here? I see. In that case, you've come at the perfect time. I believe I know a way this might work for both of us. Where's my Mother Mion? Oh, there. I was like, who are we talking to? I didn't realize Mother Mion was over there. Preparing snorts. I'm in the middle of preparing Starlight gift boxes for the children of Bent Branch Meadows. Exotic snow-themed sweets would make a most welcome addition. Then furnish you with said sweets we shall. Or that is, once we figure out precisely how we're going to make them. You'll leave that to me. I'll have a working recipe for you before you know it. In the meantime, might I ask you pick up some of the ingredients you'll need in advance. I'll put it all in my tab, so you can simply pick everything up and bring it back. Okay. What station is that on, by the way? I don't even remember. It would be our pleasure. Okay. So we're gonna make sweets. You do the shopping all by yourself, you say? Right? You need to only stand back and watch, if you insist. What an eager little helper your friend is. Made a list of everything you need. Simply show this to the shopkeepers and they'll take care of you. The flour you can procure and Whistling Miller and the oil at the Botanist Guild, and stay warm out there. I mean, well, you don't have to do anything. Netflix? Okay. Luckily, we don't have to do anything. The little, like, squirrel yeti creatures are going to do everything for us, apparently. Which I'm here for. Okay, we're going to go to the Whistling Miller. But why do I have to go there? They said that they would do it for us. They lied. Let's just teleport all the way there. We got this. Are you looking forward to the holidays, by the way? Do you have anything planned? I'm like both looking forward to and also not looking forward to it at the same time, because like it'll be nice not having to work for a week or two and have a little vacation, but I'm not looking forward to the whole drive of driving all the way up to Seattle, because it's gonna be so many hours of driving. Also, it'll mean no gaming for me for like 2 weeks, since I can't really do anything up there, which is kind of lame. Hey Rudy, there we go. Ah, the clerk. I want to talk to Rudy. Is that a baby yeti? And why is it dressed as one of the saints of Naimea's helpers? I don't know. Because it wants to. Don't judge it. You're not feeling it? That's kind of how I feel. A letter from Mother Meow. Let's see here. Now I see. We're running an errand for the Caroline Canopy. Well, I can certainly help with that. Give me just a moment and I'll fetch you the flower. Well, we got some flour. Here you are. This should be enough to last me on for a while. Sweet. We got some flour. Let's see. Our friend Rudy is a natural at this. I dare say couldn't have gone any smoother. The Botanist Guild, off we go. I don't know if oh, it's nearby. Sweet. It's nice when they're close by, because then I don't have to do anything. Oopsies. Yeah, it's like depending on how many breaks I decide to take for gas, food, or like pit stops for Loki to go to use the restroom, it's anywhere from like a 16 to 18 hour drive, or like 16 to 18 hours of being on the road, I should say. Because not the amount of driving doesn't change, really. Be gone, foul beast! Back to the forest! Rude! Seems our little friend is in something of a pickle. We could go to his aid, but let's wait for a bit. It would give the lad more confidence to be able to overcome the precedent himself. It won't leave. Oh, what to do? I'd rather not involve the wood whalers. That sounds rude. Who wants to help him out? Traffic can affect it, yeah. Luckily, we're usually pretty good about missing most of the traffic. No. Could it be that you're here on an errand of sorts? Well, I'll be. Cooking ingredients for Mother Meow, and here I thought you some savage beast who'd wandered in here to cause trouble. If frying oil is all you need, I'd be happy to oblige. Just a moment. Yeah, usually we're pretty good about missing most traffic in the major cities, since you can kind of time it within reason for the most part. Construction does affect things. Luckily, there usually isn't too much construction on the main highways, and it's just like long straightaways for a very long period of time. So usually that doesn't come up as too much of an issue. Usually. Take care and go back to the canopy. Let's go. Okay, we got our flour, we got our oil. So far, that's all we wanted. Well, it looked like we managed fine on his own, and now we'll do everything we need. Okay, let's go. Come on, we're gonna follow the squirrel. Yeah, usually when I end up going to travel to Seattle, I try to time it as much as I can within reason, because like we have what, San Francisco, or San Diego. I always mix up whichever one is the one that's in the middle of California. I always forget which one is which. Whichever one is the one that's in the middle of California is like 4 or 5 hours away from LA. So like I'll usually plan to make sure that by the time we hit that area, it's not like rush hour. So like if I leave from like LA like 2 to 3 o'clock in the afternoon, we'll hit through that area around 7, 8 o'clock, where traffic is realistically mostly done at that point. I don't know where I'm going. Oh, I'm supposed to go back this way. Um, and then at that point, the only other like major cities end up being like Portland and Seattle. And Portland, I want to say, is like 8 hours away from that area, from the middle of California. So like if we were to leave at like 3, I would hit Portland at like, I don't even know, like 3 a.m., 4 a.m. or something. Sacramento, yeah, there we go. So like that wouldn't be an issue. Like the only one that we might hit some traffic on would be like Seattle at the very end, but even then, it shouldn't be too bad because it would be like 6 a.m., 7 a.m. San Francisco. There we go. That's what I'm thinking of. See, I don't know why I can never remember which one is which. I always mix up San Francisco and San Diego. San Diego's south? Okay. We made it back. We got the things we wanted. We're gonna make some sweets. And with that, we have everything we need to make sweet Starlight Street treats for the children. It'll take me a little while to prepare, so how about a cup of piping hot tea while we wait? Okay, that would be splendid. I dare say it would make me even hungrier for a little something sweet to go with it. Is this really all the questline is so far? It's just like getting food for them? I mean, I could see why people aren't like super impressed with this questline so far. But we'll have to see. Because this is only the beginning. There could be a little bit more to it to make it more eventful. I expect nothing less from you, Mion. Truly, your confections are simply to die for. Pretty much would be heading towards... I would be? If I drove towards San Diego? Yeah. You flatter me. Incidentally, you might be interested to hear that this is a traditional dessert called schneeballs. Okay. Named after an old Hellsguard word meaning snowball, a perfect fit for a Yeti. So it is no more coincidence that they look like little snowballs. Okay. You know, Rudy, you shouldn't let yourself be discouraged by what your siblings might say to you. There's no shame in being different. I mean, that's true. After all, just look at me. I'm hardly like the other squirrels out there. And do I let it bother me? Not at all. You should be proud of what sets us apart. I mean, to be fair, it is a talking squirrel. A talking squirrel is way more cool than, like, a miniature Yeti. A miniature Yeti is cute, though. I will give it that. Once we finish making these, my gift boxes will be ready to deliver. Speaking of which, would you like to help in handling them out? There's no better reward for hard work than watching the children's face. Don't worry, you won't have to do all the work. I'll be asking the Starbirds to assist. Okay, we can do that. Rudy says he'd love to and would most appreciate if you would join us. Okay. Give my thanks. We'll make a few more batches and we'll make our way there. Duly noted. Alright. Okay. Back to the amphitheater. Ah! I went to the wall. I went the wrong way. I failed. I failed as everyone. I mean, nothing new there. I'm usually failing at something. I don't know. Don't even know why I'm doing that. There's no need. I wonder if I teleport into the wall. Oh, it does work. It does the thing. That's cool. You can just teleport straight into the next zone. No! God. Why did I think that was a good idea? They're dead. They're both dead. You're not a fan of road trips? See, I normally don't mind. Oh, where am I going? How do I get out of here? I normally don't mind road trips too badly. Like, I can do long drives. Like, I don't usually find a problem with it. I do get bored of it, though, a little bit. Because it's like, you're just doing the same thing for a long period of time. Like, I'll usually just put some music on and just listen. But even then, it, like, I don't know, it feels like I end up listening to the same song over and over to some degree at some point because it's like such a long period of time to do it. Where am I going? So, I do feel that. Alright, turn this in. Welcome back! Alright. Jeez, so many people. Rudy and the two of you are helping Mother Mio make snowball-shaped confections. What a splendid idea. Well done. Yip, yip, yip. Furthermore, we would like to assist in the handing out of the presents, if we may. Of course, you can. The children would be happy. Thank you for sticking around, my friend. If you'd like, I'd be happy to tell you more about the festivities so that you can get fully into the Starlight spirit. I mean, as long as there's another event that's more eventful. Your legs would need all the space. I mean, that's when you just sit in the front seat then. Then you get all the space. Oh, I get a Rudy, and I get a squirrel? Sweet. Well, I do believe it's time to deliver the presents. It would be our pleasure. Rudy, in particular, would love to do it. Excellent. On to business, then, my fellow celebrants. Has been placed in charge of the task. Seek him out. Okay, so we have to look for someone in Brentwood Manor. Okay. There we go. It's right here. Not too far, not too difficult. Sad. I was trying to teleport over there. It didn't work. The portal got me stuck there. About time you showed up. They mentioned you might be helping out, and I believe you me could use all the help we can get. Then you will have ours. My Yeti friend Judy, Ren and I and Rusai are more than happy to aid. Though I must say, Mother Mion truly outdid herself this time. Just look at these presents. Oh, those do look cool. Those are little snacks. Just look at all the presents. Might I suggest that we split the duties, that we might deliver them to the children in a more efficient manner. I'm glad they did a recap of the first season on The Witcher. Then just take the batch and go with Rudy. Meanwhile, I'll get started from the opposite side. You forgot all about it? Yeah, I feel like that happens to me a lot whenever I watch like shows that have multiple seasons. Unless I'm watching them back to back, I'll forget a lot of the details. Dear me, Rudy is so raring to go that it might be best to stand aside a bit and leave him be. I mean, we can let Rudy do it himself. Okay. Speak to Rudy. Rudy! Where are you, Rudy? Where are you? Did you end up watching season 1 a long time ago, or did you finish it pretty recently? Yeah, oh, there he is. I was like, where's Rudy? Rudy's hiding over here. The snowball beast, please don't eat me. What? Oh, the kids are freaking out. A present for us? Why don't you make us sing? Kids are getting the gifts from Rudy. Rudy's gonna be all happy. Look absolutely delicious. Yes. Are you sure these are safe to eat? I suppose they must be, or that adventure would do something about it. I mean, it's true. See, I would be here doing something. Thank you, fluffy little helper. We'll be sure not to eat them all at once. Oh, when it premiered? How long ago was that? Okay. Speak to Rudy again. Rudy is this way. These kids are gonna probably freak out now. They're gonna be like, "What's going on? A monster?" Yeah, see, I kind of called it. I think it's holding something. What do we have here, little friend? More presents for you. Take them. Rudy gave the children their presents. Uh-oh, it's a red chocobo. Run away! Those things are terrifying. Oh yeah, that is a while. 2019? Did Season 2 only just recently come out then? It's a good one. I'm gonna tell all my friends. I got them from the saint's cutest helper of them all. They smell delicious. Thank you, little helper. We gotta make the little helper happy. Make him feel useful. Okay, talk to Handball. What's up, Fineball? I want to talk to this guy. No, 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 no. Fine. I'll use my cursor. It came out today. Do they release it all in one season lump, or is it one of those shows where they release a episode every week? You should be proud of yourself. Your snowball sweets are the talk of the town, and not just among the wee ones. You've brought us all a starlight miracle. Yetis in the city. Okay, finally something's gonna happen. The Yetis are attacking. That voice, did it come from the city gates? It's okay, I got this. Look how menacing I look. They can't fight me. It's the episode, so I think so. Okay. That's kind of nice when they do something like that. Hey, Silence! We're fighting the Yetis. We're doing this Starlight event currently. So we're helping a little miniature Yeti give out gifts to the little kids. And then the big Yetis are here to attack. Or do something. I don't know what they're here for. And the 7 hells are going on. I know not where from, but a pair of most fearsome Yetis just stormed into the city. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yes. Are they related? Lend me your ears. There is no need to panic. Our large friends here haven't come to attack us. They are simply Rudy's siblings come to take their little brother home. You're a lucky little Yeti to have such good family worrying about you, Rudy. Even if they do look like they're going to give you a good whooping. Woo! Can I have a pet Yeti? Yes. Yes, maybe. I don't know. Can you? Indeed, I cannot deny that they are a bit perturbed. To hear them tell it, they are rather quite upset that Rudy allowed himself to be captured so easily. I don't think he was captured. He's helping. Tell them it's not what happened. Give him what for? Uh-oh. I wonder if we have to fight them. I'll beat them up. I'll do it. Yes! Stand up for yourself, Rudy! Yell at them! Do something! Did they sort it out? No, probably not. I'd say our little Rudy really told them off. He told them all about the delicious snowball treats he made and how the children's faces lit up when we gave them their presents. He said he may be small, but he's proud as can be of what he accomplished. Good. Season 2. Yes, I did. Yep. What do you think of my mask, by the way? I haven't even watched season. Say, Rudy, how about letting your brothers try your snowballs? A taste is worth 1,000 words. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Are they gonna be impressed? I'm curious. Hey, Loki. Are you being a butthead? Nothing like sharing tasty treats. Yes. Oh, they're happy. They're excited. He just apologized for how they treated Rudy all these times. He said he's proud to called Rudy his brother, and that Rudy is more than welcome to join in their snowball fights and all their Yeti games. I mean, I haven't seen the first season either, to be fair, so I can't judge. But at the same time, there's a lot of things that I haven't seen, so there's also that. The little chinchilla thing? It's a squirrel! It's a little squirrel! We got a squirrel friend as well. It talks. It confuses me. I don't know how it talks. Yes. I guess it does look like a chinchilla at first. What are you watching in... What was I watching in 2019? God, I don't remember. I barely remembered what I was watching last week, let alone like 3 years ago. Rudy says that he intends to return with his brothers to their mountain home, and that he has very much enjoyed his time with us. He only wishes he could have properly thanked the saints before he left. I wouldn't worry about it. I reckon the saint heard you clear as can be. Look, this is sent by these tasty morsels he made. It's a letter for you, who know who. Exactly, see? Silence understands. Anything beyond like a week, it's just like not realistic. It ain't happening. Dear Rudy, your delightful little snowball treats simply sparkled with festive starlight spirit. I dare say you were the finest of all my helpers this season. Ho ho ho. Oh, Santa sent him a letter. Do you hear that, Rudy? It would seem the saint was watching you work the whole time. Oh, Rudy's gonna be happy about that. Oh, Rudy, of course Rory will miss you too. Rory, Rudy says that were it not for you and the rest of us, he never would have realized that what he was capable of, or found the confidence to stand up to his brothers. He says that everyone he met here was so incredibly kind, and it was because of that he was able to make the best snowballs he has ever made. He says thanks to you, Rory, for making this the most miraculous, memorable starlight of his life. Hey, we did our job. We helped him out. Fare thee well, and I promise to be back to see your friend someday. Okay, bye, Rudy. Bye-bye. Okay. That little guy. Worry not, my friends. Your and Rudy's paths may very well cross again somewhat. After all, we never know what fate has in store for us. This is true. I'm sure we'll run into him again. And with that, we had best return the report to whoever that is. I can't even say that. I expect she's be thrilled, if sad, to hear that Ruby has gone away home. I'll mention the first episode in picture-in-picture. Nice. There you go. Picture-in-picture is such a useful thing in general, just so you can multitask things. It's super convenient. I'm just having my energy drink while I go. I'm having the lemon one today. Or not today, this afternoon. I've already had one this morning. I need to order more though. Because I'm gonna run out. You can't have that. A Rari with no energy drinks is a bad thing. It doesn't end well. Ba, ba, ba. I wonder if those people are down there still. Yep. One of them is standing up though. I think. I can't tell. I'm looking up how I could go about a Halo Hunter cosplay. Just a corner of it. Don't need the entire screen. For which, the show? Since you're rewatching it? Ah! Alright, we turn this in. I mean, you could always make your own cosplay for it. All done handing out presents. Thank you very much. And Rudy is gone. Aw, I didn't get to say goodbye. Quite fond of the little fellow, weren't you? Of course, Who wouldn't get attached to that adorably pouty little face? Well, he's happy now, and that's all that matters. And now allow me to both thank you once more. Not just for your help with the festivities, but for everything you did for Rudy. You helped him find the confidence he needed to make his siblings accept him. Why, if Rudy's exploits didn't fill you with the spirit of Starlight, I dare say nothing will. Why, I'm feeling more enthusiastic about the celebration than ever. And as head celebrant, I will do all in my power to spread joy and smile with such passion. Okay. I know to watch it and watch. That's fair. I know, but a hunter is a big boy. I don't know quite anything of materials or how many body parts. Yeah. Truly, it will be full of new experiences to look back upon fondly. Yet I fear the time has come for us to part ways. After all, I have lands to traverse, people to meet, and sweets to eat. I very much hope to see you again, and who is to say, should you ever find yourself in a pinch with a beast again, I very well might show up to lend a hand. My mask looks so menacing. He really does look like he's ready to just mess someone up. Ooh, what do I get? And believe it or not, the saint himself has expressed an interest in meeting you. No doubt he wishes to thank you in person. Whenever you have a moment, pray just say the word. Ooh. Do I get to meet Santa? I think I get to meet Santa. Or... I don't even know. Inventory. I got... What's an 11 weapon coffer? Can't. Okay, that's fine. I got a Rudy minion, and I got a squirrel minion. I already have that, so I can toss that away. Why is this repeatable now? Oh, because I can get sunshine. Why? A certain esteemed personage would speak immediately, and Amran is ready to introduce you. I haven't done this one yet. I guess I'll do it to go talk to him. Either way, I hope you can meet him again someday. But there's no time to get all sentimental. I have work to do. And remember, the Saint of Nymphia wishes to have a word with you if you have the time to spare. He didn't mention exactly what he wants, but he was most insistent that you come alone. Whatever you do, think it could be? I can do it. I got this. I got this. I bit size big enough to watch it without squinting, and small enough to cover the stream and chat. Oh, it did not. That makes sense. Man, is this supposed to be Santa Claus? Thank you for joining me, my adventuring friend. As no doubt you know, I am the Saint of Nymphia, bringer of gifts and joy to children all across the realm. Has told me all about your exploits this Starlight season, and I simply had to express my gratitude in person. Truth be told, I was observing you the whole time from a distance. Why, I almost wish I could have joined you myself, but it is my policy to stay out of the spotlight, or the starlight, as it were. Besides, you and your furry friends were having such a jolly time that I couldn't bring myself to intrude. Watching Rudy help make those delightful snowball treats and grow into a confident little helper was a wonder to behold, a true starlight miracle. Which brings me to my request. I was hoping you might inspire me with the same way you did young Rudy, for you see, as much as it pains me to admit this, I find myself at a loss for a new gift idea this year. And so, if you could spare this time, I was hoping you might spend a little time together, just the two of us, what you say? And what would we do? It's not suspicious. I just want a taste of that inspiration of yours. Yes, I'm sure some quality time with you is precisely what I need to rekindle my creative spirit. No need to look so alarmed. I won't ask much of you. I simply would have you accompany me on a little stroll under the stars. It sounds dangerous, you guys. Should I be signing up for this? After all, the decorations are most lovely, so why don't we take to the festive atmosphere together, and we can amble all around Old Gridania and make our way to the altar. There are a few spots in particular I'd like to take in with you along the way. Just one would be plenty if you've other places to be, though if you can spare the time, I would love to see 3. What about it? Let us be off? I'm glad they continued from the last episode. I feel like don't they usually do that on most shows? Let us enjoy ourselves a most inspiring troll. Now accompanying you, lead them to the designated locations and speak with them there. Okay. Let's choose from among 6 of this. Kill, let them go. Okay, okay. Let's stay close to your companion in order to proceed. Okay, so I can't teleport. Got it. Okay. I got this. Let's go. Come on, Santa Face. Let's go. I guess there's one this way. I can go check out. This way, buddy. Follow me. Oh, he runs faster. Okay, so he will keep up with me. Some, yeah, but others, they just move on to something different. Definitely dangerous equals fun. I mean, that sounds suspicious a little bit. Alright. We'll talk to him here as one location. I don't see what he sees so fancy around here. It's just water. What a lovely spot. Why, attuning my ears to the sound of the babbling river and spinning waterfall feels as if it's purifying me to the depths of my soul. That said, it is a bit chilly here at water's edge, is it now? Most fortunate that I'm layered up nice and warm. Why, I dare say I was even feeling a bit hot. Yes, a bit of cool air might have been just what I needed for inspiration. He confuses me. That said, I could make a gift of garb and garments to keep out the chill of the winter. Yes, that would be a fine idea. Why did I not think of it sooner? Okay. Well, there's one idea done. It would appear that the saint has found some small measure of inspiration. You may make for the altar if you are ready to end your stroll, or accompany him to other locations that you might inspire him further. What do you guys think? Should we inspire him further? I guess we can inspire him a little further. I guess. Where is an inspiration point? Right here. Take him there. Okay. That's what he says to go. Ooh. Keep up with me, Saint. Let's go. Yes? Okay. We'll see if we can try to inspire him a little bit further. So location here. And they told me to come here, so let's see what inspiration you come here. As all good things do, it would seem our little journey together has come to an end. And I can just feel the fire of inspiration coursing through me. Many thanks. Oh, we just finished. Now all that remains is to bring my ideas to life in the form of gifts. Yes, I must be off to my workshop. That said, I very much enjoyed our little starlight stroll together. I do hope you feel the same. It was exhausting. You're like, nah, too much. My apologies. If I got a bit carried away at times, you definitely did. You made me walk around for no reason. I don't know. You don't ask. 'Cause I don't know. As the Saint of Nymphia, I vow to devote my life helping others. I believe the two of us are rather alike in that sense. Your exploits this season have reminded me anew of just what the Starlight Spirit is all about. Anyone, be they man or beast, can bring joy and wonder to the world if they so choose. It's a wonderful thing, is it not? And now I must channel all this vim and vigor as you've inspired me to craft my gifts for the children, so I fear it's time we parted ways. Yeah, tell me what you're making. Walking by the town with you, I was struck by the calmness I felt looking at the streetscapes veiled in white, and the warmth that welled up in my heart in seeing the smiling faces of the townspeople. That's when it hit me. I could craft snow globes. Yes, little spheres of glass housing scenes depicting the starlight season here in Gridania. The children would enjoy that, don't you think? Eh. And with that, I'd best get to work giving physical form to my ideas. Do send my regards. And those glasses, right? He's just like styling with all his things. He has a very particular style. I think I got lost. There we go. I definitely got lost for a minute. Okay, we got this done. Saint was beaming from ear to ear on his way out. We must have had quite the time together. But where's my head? He left this as a special starlight gift just for you. Well, I do hope you enjoy the festivities, and if you're so inclined, do check back with the Saint before the season's over. I'm sure he'd be overjoyed to see you again. You gave me... Cool. You gave me sunshine. What does that do? It's gonna be like some boring little thing, isn't it? Oh, no. Too shiny. I cannot shine. Alright. Where do I buy the items? Is it over here? No. Is it over here? Starlight Mobile. Oh, that's where you can buy it. Okay. Okay. Well, that answers my question. Why do we have a giant, like, chicken warrior? Some of the things that people come up with for a style, I'll never understand. Like, Cloud, do you want to fight the chicken warrior? Because I don't. Alright. Let's continue our main story quests now. So where we left off the other day, we finished up through these first 4 parts, which is the main story of the first expansion. This is where we defeated Ultima, and we ended that entire storyline. We then went into the Binding Coils, where we had to shut down all the coils before Bahamut could be reborn. And we took care of that. We also saved the grandfather from being trapped there. So from there, we're going to be going into Post ARR, so part 5. So this is going to be taking us towards Heavensward slowly. Just kind of going in that direction. Chimkin, I think Silence will. Silence will balance? Okay. We'll sign up Silence to battle them. Alright, so we're in Post ARR quests at this point now. The price of principles. Where did that start? Oh, of course it's gonna be over there. Why wouldn't it be over there? Can I either... I mean, you could try, but he does look a little meaty and a little metallic. So, if you're into the metallic taste, I would recommend it. Alright, alright. We're gonna go that way. That way. Here we go. So weird. At least it's not lagging on your guys' end. My display keeps like occasionally lagging, and then I'll like look down at the stream screen, and I'm like, okay, at least it's not lagging for you guys. Perfect. I won't eat the metal, but if I heat the metal, it'll make him nice and roasted. This is true, because there's going to be some meat on the inside that you can go eat up. This is very good points. I can see these points and they could work. Oh, also, I don't know if you saw, I put my my headpiece on. So now I look really menacing as a Reaper. Currently. I kind of like it. Even the scythe is kind of pretty cool. Dual stance. Battle. There we go. Crab snap and nom nom. This is true. That is how we cook a crab. Alright, we're gonna continue the story now. We're gonna see where we left off. Ow! Okay. Memphilia is lost in thought. For what? It pleases me to see you are well. It's Tataru! Do excuse me for interrupting, my lady. The gentleman from Ashgana Exports has just left. I understand now why you didn't want to receive him. You did well, Tataru. Please inform the guards that we will not be receiving any further guests this evening. Thank you, my lady. Tataru is awesome. I always enjoyed. Ever since we defeated Gaius Van Balthazar and destroyed his ultimate weapon, the eyes of the world have followed our every move, scarce remembering to blink. Where once we worked in secret, with precious few friends and all too many enemies, we are now besieged by benefactors, each one more eager than the last to offer us his complete support. A true embarrassment of riches. Of course, every promise of patronage comes with a price. Some make their intentions known from the start, while others endeavor to engage us more subtly. Dress it how you will, the message is ever the same. We shall help you, but only if you help us. The gentleman Tataru spoke of was more brazen than most. In exchange for certain supplies, he would have us resolve a business dispute. That doesn't sound like a good idea. Naturally, I refused him, as I have every other merchant of his ilk. Alas, the syndicate's overturns are not so easily rejected. When we formed the Science of the Seventh Dawn, what is that? Oh, it's like a staff. It was with the goal of serving Eorzea, not the interests of individual Eorzeans. Our neutrality is fundamental to our cause. In my heart, I know this to be true, and yet, if accepting these offers of patronage could empower us to do greater good, might they not be warrant greater consideration? We shouldn't take it. All our Baldician colleagues have been generous beyond measure, but we cannot expect them to. Forgive me, I did not mean to burden you so. Yet my urge to share this dilemma may not be wholly misguided. Might I impose upon you to consult with others? They are like to have their own opinions of the matter. Maybe we should get everyone's thoughts on this. What do we think? Should we work with the people? Or should we be our own entities still? Part of me feels like we shouldn't sell out. But we'll see what Thancred and all them say. They're all here. There they are. Oh, they're all sitting together too. That makes it so much easier. Yashola, what do you got to say? Meeting with the Admiral shortly after the Liminentians sent word of the summoning of Titan. Then mayhaps you also recall my words to our host. I said unto Merwood that her people had broken their treaty with the kobolds, and that Beastmen had just responded that they had been called to intervene in a conflict which she herself had invited. I spoke in short the truth. What? And wherefore did I speak it? because owing no allegiance to Limsa, I felt no compulsion to allow the Limnians to distort the facts to fit a narrative which justified their actions and absolved them of guilt. Upon this subject, Minfilia can expert a similar reply. Our many dalliances with the city-states have already weakened our claim to neutrality, but the path she contemplates would see us relinquish it entirely. I have no. I like the lone wolf. The lone wolf? Question mark. Fortune begets power, and power fortune. That we, especially you, have power is beyond doubt. The question is what to do with it. You may be interested to know that there is a growing belief amongst the refugees at Almigo could be liberated, if only the Scions could commit their strength to the cause. Yet there is but one of many causes. We stand at a crossroads. Each path is paved with good intentions, but where they lead is far from clear. This is true, so we're in a crossroad where we have to decide what to do. I mean, so far, neither of these two have really given us any feedback on thoughts. And I already know Rion J back there, he's gonna just talk a poem to us. None can deny that we would benefit from more support, but if it comes at the cost of our principles, neutrality was ever a delicate matter. I've lost count of the times I've had to explain to people that our allegiances need not necessarily lie in the same place as our headquarters. Mind you, if we are to sell our services for Gil, we might as well declare our fealty to Ul'dah now and have done with it. I'm quite sure Edith would enjoy the bribes. Oh, that's true, that's true. You like the lone wolf concept? I've been receiving a lot of gifts lately, but Papamo keeps making me send them back. It wouldn't be so bad, but some of them are really nice. I mean, very nearly abandon your principles nice, you know? So far we've got one person here being like calling out Limsa, Thancred being like, you have a lot of options, you have a choice to make. We got Palpamo here being like, well, if we were gonna side with someone, we might as well side with Ul'dah. Ida here is like, well, you know, gifts. And then Urion J here is gonna be like, 'tis the lot of the powerful to attract the covetous as well as the needy. Thus doth produce dictate that those with the power prefer aid with one hand, whilst the other resteth ever on their hilt. Alas, we have not the luxury of time to decipher our petitioners. I don't even know. Nay, not while the beast tribes do labor unseen, defiant in the defeat, to raise up their fallen primals once more. Doubt not that they shall return, stronger and bolder than before, nor that they shall be the ones to meet them. The sacred charge shall ever be ours. I don't know why I talked to Urion J. He's not very reliable for information. But really, none of them were. All of them kind of talked in riddles the whole way. The situation is not wholly unexpected. I too have given much thought to our organization's future, though it would seem I have reached a different conclusion. Mayhaps it is time I made my feelings known to the antecedent. Come along. At least one person here is talking some sense. The rest of them were like, Alfie! Is aught amiss? You desired counsel, and so you shall have it, Minfilia. The Scions of the Seventh Dawn must leave Ul'dah. We must do what? Why are we leaving Ul'dah? So long as we remain with Ul'dah territory, we will never be free to act with impunity. Moving our headquarters to Vesper Bay only delayed the inevitable. We have demonstrated our capabilities, and the Syndicate has taken note. They will not suffer our organization to remain independent now. We are far too dangerous for that. Surely you realize they are the reason Vesper Bay still lacks an Aetheryte. They know full well how beneficial one would be to our cause, which is why and our other favors will be denied as useless unless we cooperate. Ultima is no longer suitable. Where would you have us go? Experience has taught us that the appearance of neutrality is as important as the reality. Accordingly, we must keep each of the great nations at arm's length, and plant our banner in a place which all agree to be beyond their borders. Mordona. Oh, is that why we went to Mordona? That makes... okay. Worth the faking talking sense, but have no clue. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if that was the case, honestly. Revenant's Toll, to be precise. It lies within neutral territory and offers all the essential facilities we require. By way of an additional benefit, it is also frequented by a veritable legion of adventurers who may serve to supplement our ranks. I am, of course, conscious of the fact that we have developed a certain bond with Ulda and her people over the years, but I truly believe this is the best course of action. As you yourself observe, we have invaluable ties to the local community, forged through years of concerted effort. Ulda is our home, Alfie. To cast aside everything we have built and start anew in that desolate wasteland would be beyond reckless. The decision is yours, Antecedent. I ask only that you recall the shared purpose which first moved us to found the Science of the Seventh Dawn, and which moved you to found the Path of the 12 era that... Look at the pointy hair boy. Pointy hair boy? You're right, Alfie? He's back. We aspire to be ideal, you and I, just as my grandfather did. That makes us more than mere comrades in arms. We are as much We are as much your family as... That will be all. I am sure you have some familiar affairs of your own to attend to. Your concern is most generous, but no, I have left them in the hands of men better suited to the task than I. I could not very well allow my personal affairs to come before the needs of the Order, after all. Okay. I mean, at least he's looking out for the Order. Very useful. Alright, we finished that quest. So it looks like we'll be moving our base to Mordona. Leaving Ulda. Has it truly come to this? I mean, kind of, unfortunately. Pray attend to Alfie. He is engaged in some business or other and requires your assistance. Pray be on your way. Alfie awaits you, and I have much to think about. And tell him he shall have my answer in due time. Okay, I can do that. We're gonna talk to Alfie. Hi, Alfie. Confound it. She knows what must be done, and still she hesitates. All because of these fanciful rumors. Which rumors? I should explain. Minfilia's mother, well, adoptive mother, was among the great many who perished during the calamity. I don't know, Hammond was her name, though you may know her better as the songstress of Ulda. She was a performer of singular talent and much beloved by the people of Eorzea, not to mention a certain Charlian minstrel. As you may imagine, the news of her passing was greeted with shock and disbelief by her adoring followers, many of whom refused to acknowledge what had happened. That her body was never found only served to encourage speculation. Interesting. Minfilia too struggled at first to accept the truth, but as Hammond's absence stretched from months into years, she saw that there could be no other explanation. Until recently, at any rate, for whatever reason, rumors have once again begun to circulate that she's alive and well. One of her informants, Father Illud, has sent word that a woman matching the songstress description has been seen of late at the seaside resort of Costa del Sol. It would succeed in tracking her down. I have no doubt that any worries that now plague Minfilia's heart might be assuaged. Saged? I mean to set forth for Lenoska at once. Let's reconvene there and inquire with the master as to the veracity of these rumors. Okay. So we gotta go see if these rumors are true. I feel like they're not. They can't be, right? It wouldn't make sense. Just popping in out of nowhere. The world map. That's how big the world is. Jeez. Morduna, Thailand, Lunoska, Korthos, Draven, Albada, Spine, Grobania. And then they're on the other side of the world. And then we haven't explored any of this here. This is all like hidden. Like all we've explored is here and here. All of this, no idea what it is. And then we have the first, which is the whole other area that we've explored. And even there, most places we haven't really explored. Really only this space. Interesting. That way. Okay, towards... We're here somewhere? Over here. It's one of these people. Oh, it's this person. He's like lounging. Oh, sweet sign of the sands, my Mikote muse, why have you forsaken me? In Spain, what brings you to my humble resort? You mean to tell me the goddess made flesh who dwelt among us until so very recently was the songstress of Uda? Egads, man, if I had known that, I would have chained her to my bedpost and never let her leave. For shame, to think that she now piles her trade for the riffraff off to the west or wherever she thought she was going. It's a tragedy. What it is, thank you. Your information will serve us well. Oh, hey Alfie. I didn't even know Alfie was a little potato, right? There's a lot of potatoes here. A lot of them. That said, there are any number of places she could be. I shall begin my search by the docks and see if any witnesses might have some knowledge to spare. It would be most appreciative if you could travel on to Wineport and do the same. Okay, so I'll go to Wineport. So we're looking for Mendelia's mother. I could just teleport there. Yeah, I'll just teleport to Wineport. It's gonna be faster than flying there. I'm dying. A little bit of death. Are they in the building? I don't know where they would be. Oh, this guy. The wine dude. I helped him find wine at one point. If it isn't Rari, the savior of Wineport, what do you owe the pleasure? We did receive a customer matching that description. She was a delight to behold, to give the woman her due, but her perfume was so ghastly, I had no choice but to eject her from the premises. Interfering with tastings, you understand? If she is your quarry, why not consult your blind associate? His perception is without peer. Given that I could smell the woman from a mile away, I did say he could smell her from 10. Okay. We're gonna go talk to our blind friend. Just somewhere around here, right? Is there a building in here? Confused. Can you go in here? Where's the person? Oh, there. That's where the person is. Wish to know if I've seen a Mikote lass by the name of this person? I wish. I hadn't seen a lass of any description for far too bloody long. Well, that person wasn't helpful at all. We tried. Over this way now. There's the blind person. Yes. I see you have many grand adventures since we last spoke. You must share them with me sometime. The girl from a little while ago, one does not forget a perfume like that. So robust and intoxicating, yet familiar. Reminiscent of a bloom native to those parts, in fact. I said as much as when we spoke. She complimented my powers of observation and asked me where she might find some of the flowers. So I told her to follow the road south to Raincatcher Gully and then head east after crossing the bridge. The flowers which grew in the shade of the cliff have the strongest scent you see. If you make haste, you may find her there. The hunt begins. Let's go. Doo-doo-doo. I'm gonna fly to them. Over that way. Yeah. Made our stuff over the bridge. And then we go over here. Go over the second bridge. And then over this way somewhere. Oh, she is alive. Get out of here. Didn't even stand a chance. He just died immediately. I'm in your debt, stranger. I did not realize my activities had aroused the Gubu's ear until it was too late. Their oils can be used to make a perfume, you see. I don't... Who are you? Whom do you serve? It appears you've already found our woman. Consider me impressed, my friend. The songstress of Bulu, I presume? Nymphilia, or should I say, Asilia is looking for you. You are the very picture of health, milady, yet the world thinks you dead. I can only conclude that this was by design. The question is why? Not everyone who endeavors to find me does so with the best intentions, child. You will be pleased to know that I fully intend to reveal myself to Nymphilia when the time is right. Oh, well, that does please me, more than you know, but tell me, in the forest of Lunosco's side, when exactly will the time be? When I deem it so, do you imagine I traveled all this way on a whim? As I was telling your associate prior to your intrusion, I came here to harvest these flowers for use in a perfume. Does that satisfy your curiosity, or would you interrogate me further? I mean, she hasn't really told us why she's looking for those flowers, and she hasn't said when she'll actually reveal herself to Minfilia, so I feel like they have questions. My apologies for the interruption. Now that we all have that which we came for, might we continue this conversation in a safer locale? I think she's gonna. I feel like she might try to get away from us, and it's kind of seems sus. I'll just fly there. I was like trying to teleport there. Da, 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 da. Live chat. I always forget to do that. I don't know why I always do, but I do. Oh well, it's okay. Alfie. Hey, Alfie. This is not at all how I envisioned it. I can scarce begin to imagine what emotions will go through Minfilia's heart when she reunites with her mother after all these years. I feel like this is a trap. You say my daughter awaits us at Investor Bay. I have kept her waiting long enough. Let us be off on the next ferry. I can finish fashioning the perfume along the way. Understood. Come with me. It would be my pleasure to escort you to the walking sands. Let's go. Okay. Oh, that's kind of nice. It just teleported us here. That's perfect. That saves me so much effort. Because I did not want to have to fly all the way there manually. That would have been a nightmare. Antecedent, you have a guest. Lahimin, I don't know. Asilia. She's so confused. They don't really look alike. I wonder if they're like, if she's like an adoptive mother. Yeah, they're. I mean, one of them has cat ears. The other one doesn't. This raises questions. I haven't seen her like this in years. I never truly believed it when they told me you were dead, but what kept you away for so long? The Imperialists came for me, as I always knew they would, and so I resolved to stay as far away from you as I could, lest their pursuit of me endanger you and your cause. I could think of no better way to grant you freedom to continue our work. And continue it you did, achieving things I would not have imagined possible. I followed your every success and celebrated in secret. I'm so proud. So that's why she was hiding. I learned from the best. Aww. I have a gift. Oh, is that why she was getting the perfume? Celestia perfume, you remembered! How could I forget? You wore it all the time. If ever I lost sight of you, I could find you again just by following my nose. I did not think it was made anymore. You must have gone to so much trouble. It was no trouble for me, my darling. I fear I cannot say the name. Ferrari. Oh, cannot say the same. However, I could not have made it without him. That's true, because I went and one-shot the Gubu that got in the way. Thank you. Thank you both. I really look menacing with that helmet. It's great. There's something else. What else? This is the cat's eye I found. All these years you kept it. Ouch. My father was a member of the Almegan resistance. When I was yet a child, he brought me here to Ulda. The accident which claimed his life happened shortly after our arrival. It was Lahmin who took care of me then. She raised me as her own, taught me everything I needed to know to survive. I'm no stranger to the facts of your history, yet I fear I have failed to grasp their implications. It is clear that there is so much I do not know about you and your mother both. One of her first lessons to me concerned mining, and I was a very dedicated student. Ah, I missed what it said. Sag. So I gave it to Lamine as a gift. She said it was beautiful, but I am at a loss. Why are you returning this to me? Is something amiss? Oh, the cat's eye thing. Nothing is amiss. Quite the opposite. I need you to realize how far you've come, and how much further you must go. You and your allies have accomplished more than I could ever have hoped. You have succeeded where I have failed, and made me so proud that words fail me. But even as I marvel at the woman you've become, and at all the things you've done, I cannot help but think that which you have yet to do, and of what it may entail. Asilia, daughter, you cannot stay here anymore. You and the science must leave. Oh, so Alfie was right. You built it once, you build it again, and this time we'll do it together. Truly? She's like, I'm back to help you out. Alfie, the time has come for the Science to leave Vesper Bay. Oh, now she's listening to Alfie. We'll establish a new headquarters in Revenant Soul, as you proposed. He's like, thank God you actually listened to me. Much work lies ahead. Inform our fellow Scions and send word to the students of Baldesion. Preparations begin at once. I feel like there's some kind of trap that's gonna happen here. Like, something about this whole situation I don't trust. And I don't know why. Get that quest. Alright, next quest. We're gonna make our way to Revenant Soul. It is all well and good that we have found ourselves a new home in Revenant's Toll, but there is so much to be done in so little time. Our first step will be to secure the cooperation of the Adventurers Guild representatives there. Were it not for the Guild's considerable efforts, the original Camp Revenant's Toll would never have been established, much less its more heavily fortified successor. However, with construction still ongoing and resources in short supply, it seems certain that the guild will require something in return for their support. Sympathetic to our cause though they may be. Whatever they ask, I shall not begrudge it. To be plain, we need them more than they need us. Without their assistance, such essential tasks as securing new facilities, cultivating relationships with local merchants, and recruiting adventurers would prove difficult, if not impossible. You need not concern yourself with such matters. Alfie's like, I got this, I already took care of it all. Really, if I need concern myself with anything, it surely matters such as these. Indirectly, mayhaps, I subject that you might instead concern yourself with a different matter, namely, to whom the resolution of such matters might best be entrusted. And here I am, nor do I come alone. May I present the esteemed emissary of the Adventurers Guild at Revenant's Toll. See, he's already on top of it. Alfie came in prepared. It is an honor. Upon receiving word of your intentions from Master Alfie, we thought it best to begin talks at the earliest available opportunity. Knowing that my associate at Revenant's Toll hold the science of the Seventh Dawn in the highest regard, we should be honored to welcome your organization. There are, of course, certain provisions which must needs to be negotiated. If it pleases you, I would do so. See, Alfie's got this all. We don't have to do anything. Sorry. Unless I am much mistaken, you are the one known as Rory. Are you not? May I say that what a pleasure it is to make your acquaintance. He spoke of you in the most glowing terms. To steal an Imperial Reaper and then use it to infiltrate a Garlean castrum is an undertaking few would contemplate, and fewer still survive. You shall always be welcome at Revenant's Toll. We hope you will favor us with your presence ere long. Okay. Well, it would seem your reputation precedes you. Mayhaps I should dispatch you to Revenant's Toll with all haste, at first intended. But before that, I dare say you have earned yourself a rest. After all, you have traveled so far, and there is already so much you have done for us, and for me. Man, we have done a lot. We will speak again anon. Till then, take care. Hey. Just tell me that the quest is over. Please? Please? Okay. Tataru. Is that Tataru? It's gotta be. I'm just kind of chilling back here doing my own thing. Rip. Right, were you able to get some rest? I would ask you to come with me to the solar. Alfie has just returned, and it would seem there is something he would share with us. Okay. Alfie's got something. We're ready for it. Look, he's so tired. Oh, everyone's here. Sweet. You're here. Good. I come bearing news. Hopefully good news? The negotiations are concluded, and our friends at the Adventurers Guild have agreed to furnish us with new facilities and materials support in exchange for our assistance in the ongoing defense and development of Revenant's Toll. The Science of the Seventh Dawn shall have a new home in Mordona, the Rising Stones. Finally, I can finally be done with this. The quest will never be over. I mean, it'll eventually be over, and we're learning things. It's just like right now we're kind of in that in between where we're like moving bases, and then new things will happen that we'll have to deal with, and that hot mess. Like I'm pretty sure at one point we have to battle Shiva. A bittersweet victory. If truth be told, I cannot deny that I had come to look forward to Tataru's tale of our many guests and their many demands. From the walking sands to the rising stones, passably poetic. That wasn't your doing, was it? It's like, what did I do? Yeah, Urianger didn't do anything. I too have news to share. In expectation of this momentous day, I personally informed the alliance leaders of our plans, and they have each pledged their full support, General Reborn included. Moreover, I have decided that the time is right for us to cast off the vestiges of our order's veil of secrecy and announce ourselves to the world. Are you sure that is wise? If anything, it is merely formality. Our existence is quite possibly the worst kept secret in Eorzea. Let us affirm our identity, proclaim our achievements, that all may know what the signs of the Seventh Dawn stand for. Well, obvious risks apart, it would be nice to receive a little more recognition. And the people have a right to know who saved them. I mean, they're not wrong. They should know that we did the things. It is my hope that this gesture will encourage the people of Eorzea to place their trust in us. It would reveal to them the true extent of our power. But in doing so, I would show them that it is a power accountable to no one, and at once to all. And what of us who would have beheld primals and faced down the Empire? To you, my fellow Scions, I would say this: prepare for the challenges which lie ahead, for they will be great indeed. I'm like, what? Big things happening? No way. Great, I say, yet no greater than us. We will rise to them, as we have time again, united as one. The little potato is adorable, right? Palpamo is fantastic. Like, Palpamo and Tataru are just great. You can't beat them. Like, there's Tataru right there, just like, chilling with a giant feather in her hat. There must be some way I can. Wait, that area is said to be rich in minerals. Maybe I should ask her to teach me the basics of mining too. Imagine Tataru mining. Just a little potato trying to mine a rock. It just doesn't work. I don't think that works. Do you ever wonder how he does it, Alfie? I mean, it is almost predictable that he should appear with an emissary of the Adventurers Guild mere moments after I had expressed the need to forge ties between our organizations. Truly, his sense of timing rivals even your own. Setting such mysterious aside for the present, I have a task for you. I would like you to deliver these documents to Slathborn. They concern our forthcoming move. Do take care on the road and represent us well. I mean, he is really good at it. We're gonna go to Revenant Soul. Turn in our paperwork, because that way we can move bases. That is the goal. There he is. Hi. I'm here to turn in paperwork. I was told to expect a Scion, but I didn't expect it to be you. It has been far too long. You have something for me? Yeah, papers. Here you go. Let's see now. Yes, everything appears to be in order. You'll be staying with us for a while. Would that we had a dozen more like you? Since we don't, though, we'll just give you the work of a dozen men. No? Can we not? I don't want to do the work of a dozen men? Back to do the work of a dozen men, I see. And we stop. I'm not here for that. Even I can appreciate that an important man such as yourself has little time for menial tasks. But since you're here, mayhaps you'd be keen on having a look around the Science New Home. See that impressive structure over there? That's the place. It's a cool place. It was originally built to house a branch of the guild, you see. As such, it comes complete with a tavern where adventurers can rest from the road, fill their bellies with good food and drink, and their ears with tales of fortune to be had about the realm. It may get a bit raucous at times, but I imagine it'll be a good place as any to recruit capable men and women to your cause. Come with me, I'll show you around. Let's finish this first episode. The first episode was 63 minutes. It's a long episode. Is every episode that long? Is that you, Rory? I'm quite sorry to interrupt, but I have some urgent news. We've received grim tidings from Gridania, and it would appear that our aid is required at once. I must ask you to report to the Walking Sands with all due haste. Why? Is everything quite well? It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. I'm dealing with things. I can't say I'm privy to the details, but it would appear this is no time for a leisurely tour. But no worries, you can rest assured that I'll see to all necessary arrangements. Pray return anytime after you've seen to your more pressing matters. No, just the first one. I mean, that's good at least. How long are the rest afterwards? Are they like 30-minute episodes, 40-minute episodes? Speak to Tataru. Where is Tataru? All the way back in the Walking Sands. Why can't it be here? The Rising Stones. So much easier to get to. The restaurant 15. Okay, so they're about the same length for the most part, within a reason. I wasn't expecting them all to be like an hour long. There's the wait. Let's see here. What does Tataru need? Hopefully nothing bad is going on. I don't want to deal with a hot mess. Okay, let's go. Oh, hey Tataru, there you are. A messenger from the Twin Adder came to the Walking Sands while you were in Mordona. I wasn't privy to this conversation with the antecedent, but I did see the look on her face after he took his leave. Something is definitely amiss. Could it be that the Exile have summoned Garuda again? Or mayhaps Imperial forces have been sighted within the Shroud? Well, whatever it may be, I'm absolutely certain it's nothing you can't handle. Now go and ask. Okay, I can do that. I can do that. Let's go find out what's going on. What's the drama? Okay. Hey, Minfilia, let's find out. I knew this day would come. Yeah, I prayed it would come sooner. We have reason to believe that another primal, or an entity resembling one, has been summoned in Gridania. Which primal? We doubt thine arrival is customarily timely, Ryrie. The etheric waves leave little room for doubt. Thy talents will be needed ere long. If there be truth in suspicions, 'tis a familiar foe we face, though one quite unlike the Lady of the Vortex. Episode 1 started off interested, so I hope it stays that way. Hopefully. It's always a shame when the show kind of goes downhill after the first episode. We dare not draw conclusions without evidence, but as Urianger says, the readings bear a strong resemblance to ones observed more than 5 years ago, though I had hoped the Moggles guard beyond such follies. Who are we fighting? Suffice to say, this disturbance warrants a full investigation. It's not Garuda, it can't be Titan, and it can't be Ifrit, because we already took them 3. So it could be either Leviathan, Shiva, or Ramu, I guess technically. It could be Ramu. Thy presence hath been requested by Commander Burlow. He awaiteth thee at the Adder's Nest. Pray hasten to Gridania. Ida and Papa will rendezvous with you there. May you walk in the light of the crystal. My first theory is it's gonna be Shiva that we have to deal with, because I want to say that's the whole quest line that we're currently on, is going up against her and that entire mess. Which if I just run it unsynced and I run it at the level 80, she'll be easy to beat. And then eventually I'll go back and do all the like Savage versions synced and like try to beat them as a challenge, just because why not. But I think for right now, I think I came to the decision that for the most part I would focus on story, just so I can get to Endwalker sooner, because I can always come back and do all the Savage and the extremes later, because like I can do them whenever. It's not like they disappear. It's a pleasure to see you. Thank you for answering my summons. Quite frankly, I would think of no one more qualified, but we're getting ahead of ourselves. Allow me to explain. Hail to the King Kupo. Do we have to fight the Kupos? Not long ago, the Moogle Kupo Cop visited the Adder's Nest to request an audience with the Elder Seedseer. He spoke of an imminent threat to all Moogle kind, one which would imperil the entire Twelveswood if left unchecked. You proved an able ambassador to the Sylphs, and we could have you reprise the role of our dealing with the Moogles. The rest you should hear from Kuplo Cop himself. He awaits you in the Elder Seedseer at the Lotus Stand. Where is that? Are we fighting the Moogles? Is that what we're doing? I was not expecting that at all, actually. That would be a kind of a surprise if we had to fight the Moogles. Other signs have already arrived. Well then, let me in. Yeah. Oh, they're all here. They weren't kidding. Kane Senna. Okay. Oh, it's a Moogle. Please, you have to stop them, but you mustn't kill them. They're not bad Moogles, they're just misguided. A gentle, no, firm thrashing is in order, yes, but no. Calm yourself. You cannot see that he hasn't the fanciest idea what you're talking about. Be quiet. Pray forgive his witless outburst, sister. Most grateful am I that you have come, and upon such short notice. Truly, Gridania could not wish for a more stalwart ally. So we have to fight the Moogle King, I have a feeling. But you are doubtlessly eager to know wherefore we summoned you, for our friend Kuplo Cop has brought to us news of a most unsettling development. It would seem that good King Moogle the 12th has returned to Eorzea. A curious thing to hear, I know. Truth to tell, I myself cannot say for sure if he is a genuine figure from history or some manifestation of Moogle mythology. Kuplo here would have me believe the former. Once upon a time, when we Moogles served the gods of the heavens, it was quite nice up there, unspeakably beautiful, unimaginably spacious, and with a literal endless supply of wine. In spite of this, or possibly because of the last part, the gods eventually became discontented and started squabbling, which made life jolly difficult for the poor Moogles. So good King Moggle the 12th, may his glorious name live forever, decreed that the time had come to leave. The realm of man would suffice, he said, so all the Moogles should live here instead. Unfortunately, the two realms are so far apart that we couldn't safely fly down, but good King Moogle may his miraculous foresight ever be praised, knew exactly what to do. He had a rope, you see, the longest one ever woven. This he nobly held while his subjects climbed all the way down the world below. And this is how we Moogles came to this land. All of us except good King Moogle. May his courageous sacrifice never be forgotten. He alone would remain in the heavens so that Moogle kind might at last know peace. Except that he has not remained in the heavens, for what I understand, that being a reason for contacting us. Yes. I'll bet he tied the rope to something. Good thinking. Remind me again what the problem was with him returning to Eorzea. The problem, Ida, lies in the fact that he was summoned. It is our belief that good King Moggle the 12th is a myth made manifest via means akin to those employed by the beast tribes in the summoning of their gods. You're saying a handful of Moogles with a boatload of crystals wished really, really hard and he just sort of appeared? Would that even work? What I cannot fathom is why they would even try. With Garuda humbled and the Ultima weapon destroyed, what new threat could have prompted them to take so drastic a measure? What you doing? Oh. Moggle? Yeah. Moogle? Might that not in itself be the answer? Twice in the last half-decade, Eorzea has been brought onto the very brink of destruction, only to be spared at the last by the heroics of a chosen few. To you who braved those tempests and survived by virtue of your own strength, this latest period of peace will doubtlessly seem a welcome respite. But to those who had not the power to defend themselves, who were sparred only by another's grace, this is merely the calm before the storm. I think the Mogglesguard are afraid of what tomorrow will bring, and that things may not end so well as they did yesterday. That fear has driven them to call upon a greater power, one they believe can be relied upon to protect their loved ones and their homes come what may. I assure you, the Mogglesguard only want to protect the forest from outsiders, but ever since the return of good King Mogglemog the 12th, may his boundless grace fill our hearts with love, they've started to get a little carried away, Kupo, verging on a lot, in fact. Rory got blind. Brightness in the shadows. Yeah, a little bit. I kind of did. Got blinded a bit. Like the sylphs who summoned Ramu, you mean? We cannot discount the possibility that this entity is influencing the Moogles in a manner similar to that of a primal. We share the same concern. Whoever or whatever the king may be, it is our belief that he poses a threat not only to Moogle kind, but to Gridania as a whole. Thus do we beseech you, Rory, confront good King Mogglemog the 12th and drive him from our midst. Okay, I can do that. Must escape. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to get away from the light, unfortunately. That ain't happening. It's just kind of stuck on right now. Sadly. Humble, I do thank you. The sanctuary of the Mogglesguard and their liege lord is concealed by the magical ward. Brother Isumayan of the Conjurers Guild will doubtlessly be able to offer insight on how they might be dispelled. Pray seek his counsel ere you proceed any further. Yeah, I completely forgot about the Moogle fights. I thought that was like a side thing. I didn't realize it was part of the actual like main quest lines. I'm gonna go there. Where the hell am I right now? How do I get out of here? Not that way. This way? How do I get out? Yes, it is. Alright, we'll go this way. Why is there a marker here? I don't need that marker here. Go away, marker. Alright, we go this way. We'll talk to the Conjurer Guild guy over here. He'll give us some insights on how we can go fight the Moogle guy. So the little potato is following you. Which little potato? This little potato? Or are you talking about the Kupo one? Like the Moogle? Because that's who we're helping right now, technically. Welcome. That you should be the one to face good King Mogglemog the 12th is a great comfort, to me and for the elementals both. As I am sure you know, the Moogles are not by their nature a warlike race, yet should the king be suffered to remain, it is like that his influence will bring about a change in them. Thus does it behoove us to defeat him quickly, before any lasting damage is done. Make whatever preparations you deem necessary, and inform me when you are ready to seek the king. The other one? The Kupo? The Kupo? The one with like the little thing that pops up over its head, the little ball? With a monocle? Oh, Palpamo. That would be Palpamo that's following me around, then. Didn't see him standing with others. Who knows where Palpamo is currently, honestly. The wards bearing access to the King's Sanctuary can only be nullified through the use of enchanted keystones, the self-same method employed 5 years ago, when the first king was summoned to Eorzea. It was with great regret that we were forces sanctioned the slaying of the guardians who then held the keystones, for none were in our possession at the time. By the grace of the elementals, however, we have been spared that burden on this occasion. Kuplo Cop confided in me that he had been entrusted with a set of keystones by the Mughals guard themselves, yet wishing not to betray their confidence, he begged me to find some other means to gain entry to the King's Sanctum. Alas, I have been unable to do so, and dare not labor any longer, for fear that the Mughals might succumb to the corrupting influence of their liege lord. Must needs have a Kuplo Cop keystone. Rawry, pray go to him, and beg his assistance. He awaits you at Wetshore Pier. Impress upon him our great need, and I am certain he will yield. It's kind of... I don't know if he'll actually believe us that way. What's the best way to get there? Lancer Guild? Okay. A Lancer Guild is the fastest way to get there. Now the kind of cool thing that they added with the new expansion, once I eventually get to that point of the story, is they make it so when you're going through certain parts of the quest line, you can have the NPCs kind of following you as if they were actually part of the story with you, which normally they would be if you were playing the story. I said I was going to go to the Lancers Guild. We'll go that way. Where are you? Down there. There's Kuplo Cop. Kuplo, I need you to give you the keystones. He told you about that. Well, if it's truly no other way, I'll do it. Take the ferry to Sweet Bloom Pier. I'll go on ahead. It didn't take us very much to coerce him into doing it. He's just like, I guess, if I don't have any choice, I'll do it. Yes, go to Sweet Bloom Pier. Okay. Oh, there's Mughals. Uh-oh. This seems bad. Don't you dare lie to me. I know what you're planning, and I won't allow it. Open your eyes. The king will never be satisfied, no matter how many crystals you bring him. Uh-oh. We offered you a choice, and this is how you repay us? By consorting with the Mikote? Imperials, Gridanians, Sylphs. You're no different from the rest of them. Actually, you're worse. Oh, that's mean. Traitors to this king's Mughal. He plots treason against the crown. Wow. What? Enough, Kuplo Cop. This will answer for his crimes soon enough. As will all who defy the will of good King Mogomog. May he reign forevermore. The king is planning to purge the 12's of their enemies, Kupo. We've got to stop him before it's too late. The entrance to the Thornmarch is deep within the bramble patch. If you take me there, I can nullify the ward, but be warned, the Moggle's Guard has set traps to lure enchanted beasts. I can't hide from them, so you'll need to protect me. Okay. That's easy. Come with me, let's go. You coming? Let's go. Where do we go? That way. Okay. Which sound? The sound that they make? Like the little Kupos? Dead. Super dead. Okay, we're gonna go this way. Stop. Dead. Dead. Okay. We're gonna take this tunnel through here. Yeah, they just like go whoop 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 whoop. I'm trying to think of like what would be the closest thing to what the noises that they're making. Like it kind of reminds me of something, but I can't place my finger on what it is that it reminds me of. Ironically enough. Oh, it's a kid. Get out of here. What are you getting attacked by? Oh, this thing. Get out of here. There you go. Come on, let's go. Let's go. Okay, you're good. Come on. Come on, Kupo. Come on. He just walks so slow. More traps. Oh. There's one here. Hi, seedling. There's another seedling here. And there's a big strober here. The Reaper killed him. There we go. Why am I lagging so bad? Is it lagging on your guys' end? What? Alright, we made it. We're here. We don't see any more beasts. No, but we can finally fight him now. Are you ready to face the king? Raise your hand and focus, like when you attune to an 8th right. I'll open the way for you. Attune yourself to the warding. You just hear it in the distance like an echo. Yeah, it's just like... Yeah, it's kind of endless a little bit. The rest is up to you. Now go and teach those foolish Mughals a lesson, and send the king back to where he came. Okay. So I need to go fight. Use the dude finder to fight Thornmarch hard. I'll do this. Unrestricted. Confirm. Thornmarch hard. Should be... These are the extremes. Thornmarch. Oh, it would be Thornmarch. And then Leviathan is probably the next one that we have to fight. Okay. We'll do Thornmarch. The rest is up to you, Rory. We're doomed. Hey, hey, hey. I got this. Maybe. Bum, 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 bum. All the Mughals are coming out. Kupo, who in the 7 hells are they? Meddling adventurers, I'd wager. Mughals guard, 2 arms, defend the king. Bum, bum, bum. Kinda, sorta, possibly, maybe. Hey, 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 I got this. What? Watch this. Oh, that was easy. I took him down. Come here. Die. Die. Okay. We took 2 of them down. Oh, you didn't die in 1 shot? You bastard. Why? That bother me so much. The lag. Is it lagging? Okay, there we go. Next time, it won't be so easy. I mean, I have it unsynced right now, so this is really easy. Just so we can play story. Alright. Summon your king. Okay. No kind of or maybes. There's the king. Okay, come here. Done. We got rid of the king. That wasn't very hard. The Mughals are like, what? We lost our king. They all run away. Oh, that's great. Okay. It's easy. You did it! You did it! Good King Mogomog, may his mighty soul rest in peace, is no more. I shudder to think what might have happened had you not stopped the Mughals' guard when you did. Perhaps now they'll come to their senses and stop playing at fairies' tales. Rest assured that the chieftain will have choice words for them too. You should go and tell Pukni-Pak that the king is no more. She's with Raya-O at Camp Tranquil and can relay the news to the chieftain. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Yeah, that's kind of what they do. It's pretty accurate, honestly. Alright, we did that. Took care of that. Camp Tranquil. I make my way that way. Hate it. Do I dare believe my ears? Good King Mogomog, may his magnificent virtues serve as an example to us all, has fallen. All Mugglekind owes you a debt, Kupo, and I sense Raya-O wishes to congratulate you as well. I shall let you two speak without fear of interruption. Thank you. Hey, no, I don't want to talk to you. I want to talk to Raya. Your bravery in service to the 12's guard and their Muggles shall not be forgotten. My sister will doubtlessly wish to hear the tale of this great victory from the mouth of the man responsible. Pray return to the Lotus Stand and treat her to the full account of the day's events, while the details are fresh in your mind. Okay, I can do that. What quest am I on right now, I wonder? Post ARR quests. Let's see here. Level 50 sort of. On this quest line, I'm on properties of the primals. Oh, sweet. I have this quest that I'm on and 2 more, and then I'll be done with 2.1. Then I'll be moving on to 2.2 afterwards. 2.2 is where we fight Leviathan. What's the easiest way to get there? It's gonna be over there. Conjurer's Guild. Best option. There we go. Well, we took care of that. Let's go turn in our reports and let them know that the king is dead. The Elder Seer is expecting you, sir. May I show you in? Of course, let's go. Let's do it. Proceed to the Lotus Stand. Alright, here for it. We'll do it. Yeah. Boop. Okay. So we dealt with that massacre of chaos. You have returned to us unharmed and victorious. Thus have I 2 reasons to be glad. Yet many questions remain unanswered. If you would be so kind to oblige me, I would fain hear all that occurred in Thornmarch. Then it is as we feared. There's Palpamo! The king really is a primal. But he really isn't, is he? I mean, the Muggles don't worship him, for one thing. He's not even a god to them. That doesn't sound like any primal I've ever heard of. The little potato appears. Yes, he does. But then mayhaps the fault lies with the definition. The fact remains that through a combination of the power contained in crystals and the force of their collective faith, the Muggles called forth a being that by rights should not exist. Moreover, then, when slain, said being left no corpse, the aether which comprised him, instead being scattered into the 4 winds. According to the accepted definition, he may not be a primal, but the mode of his manifestation was in every respect the same. which means Asians. This whole business reeks of their handiwork. They said it was a masked man who had taught them how years ago, but Gridania has no shortage of masked men, and I'd never thought to question. Oh, the Asians are still involved. Okay. Confound it. How many more will they ensnare with their tainted gifts? Too many, I fear. So long as there are paragons to stir the embers, fools to build the pyre, and crystals to feed the flames, ever and again shall we suffer primal vestigation. A somber thought. My heartfelt thanks. Already the information you have provided us proves invaluable. The Grand Serpent Marshal and I have much to discuss. Before you do, my lady, I was hoping you might finish discussing that other matter. The matter which you speak has even now been settled. The Scions shall not want for support. We shall be glad to send additional supplies to the Remnant's toll. We knew we could count on you, my lady. While Ida and I remain to discuss the particulars of our arrangement with the Elder Seedseer, perhaps you could return to the Walking Sands and appraise the antecedent of all that has transpired. Okay, I can do that. We'll let Minfilia know of the things that we just took care of. We dealt with the Moogle King. The Asians are somehow still involved in causing trouble, as always. You know, the usual. Fly our way there. You guys have no idea how much I look forward to once we're done going to the Walking Sands. Like, running through all this A Realm Reborn quests reminded me how much you end up flying to this location right here. Like 1.5 billion times. Like I'm not even exaggerating. Now he's standing there. Who, Palpamo? There we go. Go talk to Minfilia. Who knows? Palpamo might be there with us. Okay. I feel like he would need to be there. No? I guess not. It's good to see you hale and healthy. I received from Yida and Palpamo that you had felled good King Mogglmog, but I had hoped to hear your version of the tale. Those, as they said, summoned with the same methods used by the Beast Tribes and taught by the Asians. Though unfortunate, this incident did at least serve to remind the Elder Seedseer of our usefulness. Her offer of additional support could not have come at a better time. There we go. The Gifted. Owing to the tireless efforts of all concerned, we are at long last ready to bid farewell. So as to avoid drawing undue attention, we shall make the journey to Revenant's Toll in small groups, departing at irregular intervals. Lest you doubt, it is still my intention to conduct future operations openly, but on this particular occasion, we need that precaution overrides all other concerns. To move north as one ponderous caravan would only serve to invite attack. It seemed only right that I should be the last to leave. I would have you remain with me until the end. Upon my departure, the Walking Sands will formally cease to be our headquarters, and the premises will be given to the care of Urianger. I had thought to relinquish the property, but he was quite adamant, and I had not the heart to disagree. These walls have bore witness to some of the brightest and darkest moments in our Order's history. Perhaps it is best that we do not forsake them entirely. Urianger shall remain here and devote his energies studying the nature of the primals. By the grace of the 12, he will one day discover the permanent solution that we have sought for so long. Of course, he will not be alone. Alice shall continue to work closely with him as well. Should they require your assistance, I have their assurances that they will not hesitate to contact us. Speaking of him, would you inquire of him any tasks remain undone? I cannot escape the feeling that I have forgotten something important. He stayed with the others this time. Yeah, unfortunately. I mean, he might be over in Mordona now, since we're all moving there. So he might have been part of the group that's moved already. since Minfilia is saying that she would be part of the last group that moves. So we don't know how many people are still in this area. Like, we know Urion J is here, but he's not leaving. This is gonna be his home. Thou art ever welcome, but I require no assistance. Pray take leave unburdened by concern for my well-being. Verily thy countenance bespeaks a desire to quit this place without further delay. Mayhaps thou thinkest this chapter of our tale concluded, that these halls should rightly be coincide to the annals of history. In man's eagerness to seize the future, how readily he doth set down the path. Full many a proud pioneer hath bravely stridden into the great unknown, only to find there the banner of his ancestor, faded by the eons, and still many glorious to the discoveries. 'Tis though his pride that wisdom doth ever give way to ignorance, while they who lurk in shadow remain hidden, lost sooner than they are found. Why does he always... Urion J is always talking in riddles and it's really confusing. Are you having a problem with your microphone? Your voice sounds like Red's echo. Interesting. I don't know. As far as I know, I don't have an issue with my mic. It sounds good on your side of silence. What about you, Cloud? Are you noticing any issues with my sound? Because as far as I know, I don't think I have any issues with it. But that is a good catch if I am having issues. Be not offended, thy conduct hath ever been beyond reproach. Despite thy surpassing strength and all thy many victories, thou hast never been so convinced of thy own greatness as to imagine thyself above the fallings of forebears. Mayhaps it is the echo which hath opened thine eyes to the lessons of history. Why? I can never understand what Urion J is saying. Sounds fine to you? Weird. Maybe it's just a page thing. Like maybe you just need to refresh or something. Catherine? By the way, welcome to the stream, Catherine. Ah! Once I cried, the solar, 12th foreign, the antecedent. I'm never gonna understand it, Urion J. I'm used to it, but I can't tell. So what does it sound like? Now I'm curious. Hold on. Let me put my thing live. Let me test my volume. Rory, you must. Testing, testing. I'm used to it, so I can't tell. I don't know. Let me see. I sound okay. Yeah, I don't know. I can't tell if it sounds weird on my end. I'll need to look through the VOD afterwards and see if anything sounded weird. Because I'm kind of curious now. Tell me, Luswa, would you have done the same? Luswa was a remarkable man, wise beyond mortal measure. Would that I had met him prior to his passing. Who's that? An Asian? How readily you see, you are indeed gifted. But you are not like the others. Your robes, rather white, gifted but ignorant. Yet I shall not judge you harshly. The fault lies with your forebears. It has been millennia. I checked the other game right now. Their mics are okay. Your mic's working clear now. Okay, sweet. I wonder if it might have been just like my mic was turned weird because I did fudge with it a little bit, so it might have been that. It could also just be like a setting thing on my end where, because like I have only recently started switching over to YouTube, and like I feel like I'm always still learning all the little things about like how to make sure things are working properly and everything. Because I feel like Twitch had it a lot simpler, just because YouTube gives me more options to some degree. But then with more options, more issues arise. Mine are the robes of the missionary. Unlike he who comes before, I have no quarrel with you. Who is this? You speak of La Habrea? Didn't we beat La Habrea? The warrior, he fought well and fell. He may yet learn from his mistakes. Sweet, I fixed it. Win. It's awesome. How is your day going? Then he is still. Come, I only confirm that which you already know. There is no cessation, no oblivion, only expulsion. You, what are? Who is that? There's so little I remember from this at all. We're ready when you are, my lady, if there's nothing else. Oh, Palpamo can't see the person. Is something the matter? Or Tataru? Why did I say Palpamo? Wow. That is an insult. I feel the very same. After everything that's happened here, it feels strange to leave, but I'm sure we'll soon get used to Revenant's toll. Well, I'll let you say your goodbyes. Take as long as you like, my lady. We shall depart whenever you're ready. It's only to be expected. She lacks the gift and the knowledge both. To her, we are indistant. What? What did I do? Oh. I mean, you know what? Says the one that calls all of them a potato. I do not understand. Shadowless, fleshless, formless. What truth there is in each tale is diluted by the time and telling. Knowledge dictates expectation, and expectation colors perception. Thus did she perceive not. So it is with all but a chosen few. Even you, when young, could not see with eyes unclouded. You know nothing. The gifts grant you clarity. It grants you focus. With it, you may in time come to see us as we are, rather than this crude approximation. Wow, I can't read. Reading is hard today. La Brea did not think so highly of the Echo. La Brea is wrong about a great many things. The Echo is indeed a gift, albeit one you have yet to master. And if we did, there would be no strife between our peoples, for we would be of one mind. I leave as I came, in peace, antecedent. May we meet again as friends. What? Oh shit. What? Was it also by her hand that you survived the Ardner? Wonder whose hand? I accidentally double-clicked and missed one of the cutscenes. Ah! Hopefully it wasn't anything important. I take it there's no need to explain. Nope. I saw it all. I know what's going on. Save your concern. He did me no lasting harm. Whatever his intention was, it was not to kill. Ah, there's Tataru and Urian. I heard a cry. What happened? Are you alright? I mean, we're fine. I call them potatoes because they look like Paimon, and Paimon is a potato, and potato is emergency food. I mean, that is one way to go about it. I kind of feel that's a little roundabout, though. You look faint. Do you need to lie down? I could fetch you a flask of my special tonic. Also, didn't you call them potatoes before we even got into Genshin? Or were you aware of Paimon before we got into Genshin? Urian, send word to the students of Baldician. Tell them to scour the archives, the forbidden tomes in particular. Don't sell potatoes like that. If there is any reference to an Asian robed in white, however oblique, I would know of it. An Asian, my lady? Was that what gave you cause to cry out? It was. I did but moments ago glimpse a figure clad in white set forth from the walking sands. Yet Asians are wont to employ teleportation magics. Why would one be so brazen? I know not and care not. Find him, Rari. Turn every stone in Vesper Bay if you have. Attend me, Tataru. Tataru looks worried. Haru looks upset about the situation. We'll see. There might be a point where I will go back to being a potato. We'll see. For right now, I'm a Makode. I'm a cat boy. But eventually, I might switch back. As some people once say, once a Lala, always a Lala. It's just such a hard call because it's like the arm. You can't see the downside of being a Lala is you can't see the details of some of the armors because they're smaller. When I reinstalled Genshin on my phone, I had already installed it some time ago, so I saw her face for a bit. Okay, so you were aware of it before we all even got into Genshin. But I don't recall ever playing it though. Okay. Let's see here. Where do I have to go to look for this guy? Where do I go? Oh, it's over here somewhere. No, somewhere around here. Oh, there he is. Wow. How did I miss him? I just completely ran by him entirely. I am told that you are the warrior of light, but I wonder now for myself. I shall walk north, and you may choose to follow. Know, however, that you will be waylaid if you do. You may even perish. Should you survive, we shall speak anon. I mean, I don't think he knows who I really am if he's thinking that I'm gonna perish. I'm not worried. Oh, I guess I'll just... see. Watch this. Watch this. He thinks I'm gonna be in trouble. Dead. Get out of here. Well, I took care of them. Follow the white clothes guy. Somewhere around here. Okay, he's not here. Oh, more traps. Okay. Done. Okay. I thought he was gonna take 2 shots. Nah, just 1. And he's down for the count. Okay. Okay. Took care of him. That wasn't much of an issue. Alright. So who is this guy? Where is he? Somewhere on... there he is. White clothed Asian. Oh, it's a trap! It's okay. I'll kill all the Asians before they even do anything to me. Stupid toad! No. You're gonna... come here. You're gonna die. Get out of here. Freaking pulling me away. That's not okay. Get out of here. Okay. Ow! My finger. Keep forgetting I need to keep a band-aid on that. Ow. Remarkable. Truly remarkable. I thank you for granting me this indulgence. None save he who bested La Brea could endure such an examination. Have the laws of man grown so twisted in my absence that it is now permitted to lay hands upon an emissary? You bore witness to my audience with an antecedent, did you not? Then you know I acted only in self-defense. I realize the same cannot be said of La Brea. Even amongst his brethren, he is considered unique. Nevertheless, I cannot wholly condemn his misdeeds, for though wow, I can't read. I cannot wholly condemn his misdeeds, for through them we discovered you, one so strong in the gift that he could cast us out. Your mother favors you still, that much is plain, but surely you must feel it. Her influence wanes, and her strength shall soon be spent. These lands, these people, this world, all soon shall change. As it was, so shall it be again, as it should always have been. Doubt my claims and question my motives if you will. only believe me when I say this. I am Elidibus, emissary, bearer of the word of the one true God, and we shall meet again. Okay. Questions. So many questions. Silence. Did you see him mistake Tataru for Palpamo? Hey. You know what? You mistake them for potato. I don't want to hear it. But it's Rari. I mean, you know, this is a valid point. This is a very valid point. Can I go over this mountain? I really hope I can. Let me go over. Thank you. Bound to happen? I mean, you know, it's kind of bound to happen that I'll mistake something. It's kind of expected. But they are potatoes. I mean, they're potatoes that'll fight back. They'll come after you. Going off of memory, I want to say Heaven Sword, the expansion we're going to be going into soon, is supposed to be one of the saddest expansions. But I also don't have a strong reference point off of that because I skipped 4.0, and because I skipped 4.0 and 2.0 and 3.0 I played forever ago, which is why I'm doing all of this. I don't remember, like, a lot of the things when I played through 5.0 were lost to me. So, we'll see. Thank the gods you've returned. After you left, I began to worry that I might have sent you to your doom. I take it your visitor proved elusive? Beg pardon, he was waiting for you? What did you do? What did you say? As it was, so it shall be again. Of when does he speak, and of what exactly? The words of this Elidibus portend much, but reveal nothing. Portend? Okay. Save perhaps a measure of disdain for Halabrea. I had hoped for answers, but it seems I shall have to be content with a wealth of additional questions. I mean, there's nothing new there. I feel like we're always kind of lost in thought for questions for things. Build on the stone. Let us set aside the matter of this Asian until we have completed our move to the Rising Stones. Thank you. I want to be done coming to the Walking Sands, please. There is but one final favor I would ask of you before I depart. I believe I mentioned before that my father was a member of the Almegan resistance. The truth, however, is more complicated. As far as the Empire knew, he was their spy. He maintained the deception from nigh on half a decade, furnishing the resistance with vital imperial secrets while feeding his paymaster subtly conceived misinformation. When he died some 15 years ago, my father left behind his journal, which I have closely guarded ever since. It contains every shred of information he and his agents could steal on what they believe to be the single greatest threat of Eorzea, the primals. Its wisdom has guided me through the years, though there is much within I still do not understand. It is my hope that Urian J will farce better. Tell him to treat it with care. It is all I have left of my father. I can do that. Struggle reading words. I mean, again, nothing new there. When am I not struggling? Because the problem that I have a lot of the time is I'll read through the words faster than I can effectively say them. So then, like, reading wise, I'll like visually be like 2 words ahead of where I'm actually at, and that's part of the problem. Warts? Warts? Question mark? What? I said words, didn't I? I'm confused now. Cloud is determined to confuse me. I thought thee departed. To what end dost thou linger? And I'm waiting for Urian J to start speaking English and not poems. That's the other thing. The father's final bequest, the daughter's lifelong labor. It is no small thing to surrender such a cherished memento. Well, I can imagine the antecedents plain. Upon mine honor, I swear to spare no effort in the study of these materials, lest my lady's sacrifice be in vain. I mean, you know, warts, words, tomato, tomato, right? They're interchangeable to some degree. Mrs. Menphilia, forgive me. I could wait no longer. I have departed for the rising stones. If you have what? If you have yet to, once you have given the wow. Once you have given the journal to Urian J, I bid you come to the seventh heaven in Revenant's Toll. Tataru will be there to show you inside our new headquarters. Assuming you have already attuned to it, you may wish to make use of our new aetheryte in Revenant's Toll. After all, it is right on our doorstep. That is fantastic. Potato, potato. Exactly. See? You're catching on. Slowly. Slowly but surely. Alright. We're gonna go this way somewhere? This way. Ooh. Oh, Tataru's over this way. I was expecting Tataru. Oh, there you are, Tataru. Why are you over there, Tataru? That's not where our base is. Fucking throwing me off. Rory, you're here. Good, good. We were all wondering when you'd show up. As I was telling your restive receptionist here, I am pleased to inform you that all the documents have been prepared and all signatures signed. The Rising Stones is officially yours. Splendid. From this day forward, I will spare no effort in seeing that it is as welcoming and comfortable a home as for us as the walking sand ever was. That said, this is all somewhat intimidating, is it not? So many unfamiliar places and unfamiliar faces. Most of the men and women you see around you here in Revenant's Toll are adventurers who come and go as they wish. I dare say that would make it easier for you to go about your business here. And it shouldn't hurt that Rari here has already made something of a name for himself. Isn't that so? I mean, you know, I make an effort sometimes. He wanted to say potato, I just know it. I mean, you know, maybe. Why, that's wonderful to hear. Rest assured that this receptionist will work just as hard to see that our efforts do not skip a beat despite the relocation. And with that, Rari, I do believe it is time you officially announced your presence to everyone inside. The antecedent and the others will surely be overjoyed to see you. Overjoyed. What did I say? Overjoyed? Wow. I can read. We'll go that way. Finally. I don't have to travel a mile and a half to get to the base every time. Oh. They're filming. Okay. There's Thancred. A Hoary Boulder. There's Ida. Doing squats. Palmo's just chilling over here. Just watching everyone do work. Palmo here's like, I don't do exercise. I'll watch everyone do some exercise. Ishtola's over here reading. That's not surprising. Okay, there we go. And Alfie's always by the entrance. That's also not surprising. Okay, Minfilia. Ouch. It's everyone. I should have taken my helmet off. Observing everyone. I mean, yeah, sounds like something I would do. Just observe, yeah. Well, it is certainly spacious. There is definitely a lot of room to do the things. What the things are, it's questionable. I want to know more about that staff that's on the wall. Today marks a new beginning for the signs of the seventh dawn, for today we declare our independence. We shall henceforth be beholden to no nation, but serve all of Eorzea's people, proudly and openly. But this does not mean that we will sever our ties to the Eorzean alliance. On the contrary, the antecedent and I shall endeavor to strengthen them. Rest assured, however, that we shall not permit political considerations to influence our decisions. Our identity remains unchanged, as does our cause. We are the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, and our single purpose is to safeguard the future of Eorzea. Palpamo's like, yes, very sus things. I mean, you could have an Among Us battle in there. It's big enough for that. For Eorzea. The two, Tataru and Palpamo, would be able to get away with everything. They're just small enough to hide everywhere. A moment of your time, I would speak of Elidibus. Pardon my intrusion, but the matter which bringeth me will admit no delay. Mine every attempt to contact the students of Baldesion hath been met with silence. No one will respond? How odd. Allow me to try. What do you mean I'm mistaking them? I said both their names. How did I mistake them? No response. Surely they would not ignore us. They have never yet, my lady. I fear we must assume the worst. No, I will not believe it. An outpost, perhaps, but not their headquarters. I got some kind of glue. I think I could fix that wand. I mean, we could probably use some of that glue. I think it would be pretty useful. Because it's kind of just like in pieces right now, and I don't know why they haven't decided to fix it, but I want to learn the backstory on why it's broken and whose it is, and why it's on a pedestal, effectively. Their wards are beyond circumvention. Had they come under attack, they would most certainly have raised the alarm. None could penetrate their sanctum unnoticed. But for those who lack the gift and knowledge both, oh no. Contact their agents in the field at once. If aught has befallen the students of Baldesion, they may know of it. Though the thought of it pains me, until such a time as we have evidence to the contrary, we can but assume the worst. Accordingly, we must needs seek another source of information on Elidibus. It is possible that others in the homeland are possessed of such knowledge. Be fairly warned, however, they are unlikely to yield it unconditionally. Do what you must. Okay, so we're just trying to learn more about Elidibus. We're trying to figure out why the students are missing. Or not missing, but they're not answering. Yet another unforeseen and unwelcome development. What could it be next, I wonder? A visit from a crimson-clad Asian, perhaps? Or Ocher? Or Puce? What? Oh, colors. And which of our allies will then fall silent? For a time, I thought we had gained the upper hand. When you shattered the crystal of darkness and cast our Habrea, I dared to hope that we had found a way to rid ourselves of the Asian's menace. But I was wrong. He endures and may yet return. Upon that point, I have no doubt that Elidibus spoke true. Yet there must be a way to destroy them utterly, a way to spare this world their unholy mechanisms. I dare not consider the alternative. There are forces at work we do not understand. I discern them all around, in disturbance too great and too numerous to be dismissed as mere coincidences. Doubtless the paragons are involved, but how and to what end is far from clear. I know not what will come, but I do know that we will rise and meet it as one. They're not wrong. You called Tataru Papamo. I mean, I technically just said both of their names one after the other, so I didn't technically call one the other. That's my reasoning. That's my defense. And my stalwart hero, your face is a picture of resolve. I know that you will be ready when the time comes. With luck, however, that will not be for a while yet. Pray return to your private affairs with my blessing. Should anything arise, you will be informed. Concerned Doge? I need to. I keep forgetting I need to install the what's it called? The Better TTV extension on my Chromebook so I can actually see what those emotes that you're using are, because I don't see them right now. They're just words. Krill, where are you? Ooh. Your incession was now foretold. It's really dark in there. Ooh, it's someone else? You object? We question. Our plans are in motion. Your intentions unclear. They survived the 7th Ardor and are stronger now in the gift. Does that not intrigue you? Who is that? No, it does not. Nabralis? Nabralis? Question mark? Serve as you will. So too shall I. We labor not at cross purposes. The wisdom of his plan shall become apparent in time when the veil is lifted from their eyes, and at long last they see. What is he trying to hide? What is he trying to show? Complete. We finished 2.1. Yeah, we finished, I think, right? Yes. Because this would be still water then. Yeah, so we're on to 2.2 now. So this is going to be the journey of going against Leviathan now. More chaos. Great. Truly there is no rest for the weary. Scarce had I begun to make myself at home when I received a request for assistance from Amajai and Sons Mineral Concern. It would appear that our storehouse in Horizon has been the target of a series of covert robberies. Minor as they seemed in isolation, occasional discrepancies in the manifests were long dismissed as clerical errors. It was only during the concern's annual audit that a pattern became apparent. Significant quantities of crystals, and only crystals, were missing. I need hardly tell you what that may imply. So, we all know. Another primal. The brass blades charged with investigating the thefts believe that someone within the concern is selling the crystals for profit. Alas, they have as yet been unable to identify a likely suspect, and the concern's proprietors have grown frustrated by their lack of progress. Needless to say, I would not have agreed to intervene had the stolen goods been of merely monetary value. If there is even a possibility that the thief acts not out of self-interest but in service to a primal, we can ill afford to wait for the blades to realize their mistake. Pray depart for Horizon at your earliest convenience. Rendezvous with Y'shtola when you arrive. She and Thancred have already begun a preliminary investigation. I have every confidence that the three of you will get to the bottom of these thefts. I only hope our fears prove unfounded when you do. Okay. I mean, the general theme of the story in general, are the concerns ever unfounded? Because I feel like anytime a concern comes up, it's always something that's going to be happening. I feel like that's kind of just a general rule of thumb. Let me see where part 4 finishes on this. I'm trying to see, because I'm on part 4 right now, or part 5 technically, so I want to see where part 6 begins. Part 6 begins on the Traitor in the Midst, which is where? Oh, that's 2.4, so that's Dreams of Ice. Got it. Okay. So we have this whole patch and then the next patch before we finish part 5. In Philly, there's Y'shtola. Hey, Y'shtola. Your assistance is most welcome. I have already spoken at length with the brass blades of the Rose. Albeit to little avail, it would seem that the thieves have took great pains to conceal their activities. I could go into further detail, but your time might be better spent in conversation with Fufulupa? He is the officer charged with leading the investigation, and I would only be repeating that which he relayed to me. If aught eluded my attention, mayhaps it will not elude yours. It's a very interesting name. Let's go talk to him. There he is. Fufalupa. Hi, Fufalupa. Oh, hello there, Rari, was it? Y'shtola said to expect you. Terrible business, these thefts. We have yet to confirm the quantity of crystals stolen, but I dare say it may be greater than. Ah, but never mind that. I have news to share. A short while ago, the driver of a heavily laden carriage refused to halt for inspection and broke through one of our checkpoints on the Royal Olagon Sunway. The cart bolted off toward eastern Thanalan, where, thank the gods, I hear that our colleagues were able to apprehend them without further incident. A speeding carriage, that would seem a curious choice for thieves of such proven cunning, yet the Amagi do have a foothold in eastern Thanalan. And what of their cargo? Did they carry the crystals we seek? We should be receiving a report any moment, but I fail to see what else it could. Did you miss me, friends? I am back, but I fear I come bearing disappointing news. Or on the second thought, perhaps it's good news after all. Good news, bad news, kind of interchangeable. Thancred, where have you been off to? I figured you'd have everything under control here, so I took a brief excursion to the east to check up on our Amagi friends. And wouldn't you believe it, I happened upon a runaway carriage on the way, and even was able to do my small part to help my friends in the Brass Blades intercept it. In all of my years, I have never seen such a prodigious quantity of somnus. The Blades were calling it one of the greatest hauls they've ever seen. The stolen crystals, on the other hand, were nowhere to be found. What did they find? I don't even know what that is. Is that so? I suppose we have no choice but to resume our search. We should reassess our options as well. Come with us. Alright, I'll come with you. We'll see what's going on. Where are you? There you are. Hey, Thancred. What's up? Against all expectations, it would seem that Amagi are innocent of this particular spate of crimes. By all indications, they have yet to replenish the stores of crystals exhausted during their last attempt to summon Ifrit. What I can't fathom is why anyone else would go to such lengths to obtain crystals, and in such quantities. It cannot be that we are dealing with simple thieves. If their motives were profit, why would they limit their trade to crystals alone? Plainly, we are missing something. While you think about what it might be, I shall inform Urion J of our progress, or lack thereof. Okay.
Now then.
Oh.
Tis I. The situation may be more complicated than we anticipated.
I mean, we don't know who took the crystal, so that's definitely more complicated. I love how they just had a cutscene for like one sentence,
Indeed.
2 sentences. Oh, there we go.
Remain watchful.
It's Urion J. There we go.
Ere thou goest, another matter requireth thine attention. A young maiden, full eager to. Wherefore inquirest thou of her fairness? Oh, very well. Be she damsel or devil, I shall direct her steps to Revenant's toll.
He's always talking in poems.
To such impropriety, thou shalt not find me amenable.
I feel like half the things that he says, I never understand. Like, I need a dictionary to understand half the things that Urion J is saying. Who are they? Suspicious.
Across the sea from the land of Domar have we traveled. We seek audience with the ruler of these lands. Who here speaks for you?
Nobody, technically. It's like, I'm not saying anything. I mean, we can let Urion J talk to them. He'll confuse them all. It's fine. Any bright ideas? A solitary flash of insight? Well then, for what a better suggestion, I say we try picking Fulupu's... Oh wow, I'm gonna just call him Fufu. Fufu's brain again. Who knows, if we work together, we may yet find something of use nestled away within it. Fufu, where are you? There you are. Hi. Some of the names in this game I will never understand. But it is good to see you return. I have given some thought to the matter, and I have just hit upon a most disturbing possibility. How could I have not been so blind? Calm yourself. What is this disturbing possibility of which you speak? I was contemplating as to how the thieves' activities escaped our notice for so long, and then it came to me. What if there is someone among our own ranks conspiring with them, a traitor in our own midst? It would be most unfortunate if your fears proved well-founded. Indeed, if for reasons of security the concern decided to transfer the remaining crystals stored in Horizon to another location, their plans would be discovered the moment the brass blades were informed. But such a shipment would surely be well guarded. Would thieves as wily as ours risk open confrontation? Mayhaps not. But neither would the concerned be eager to present them with such an obvious target. Nay, they might instead elect to carry out the transfer in secret, to entrust the goods to, let us say, a lone Mikote miner, traveling without escort, so as not to attract undue attention. So they're saying me. But who? I see, yes, the concerned may well elect to do that, but to travel with so much cargo would be a strenuous task indeed, and this miner would certainly need to rest upon the way, mayhaps north of the bridge to Hamerlea. A fine spot for a rest, would you not agree? Alas, the role of the Mikote miner is taken, so you will lie in wait to the north, and I will do the same to the south. Am I the miner? Or are they planning on someone else? Or is Yashola going to be the miner? Forgive me, my friends, but I have received new orders. I must inform my men at once. No, don't skip. Or I guess I could have skipped because that was the last cutscene. Oh no, it wasn't. Ooh, good thing. Call me a cynic, but I would be surprised if these thieves lay down their arms and surrender. See that you come prepared to offer them some encouragement. Reposition. Ugh, I had to get up for a second. Where are we going? Lie in wait for the thieves. Where are we waiting? Over there. Okay, I can do that. What? Oh, there we go. I was like, where am I? And I got sucked into my mount and I couldn't see anything anymore. Which really threw me off. Okay. Stand in watch. Keeping watch of everything. Making sure nothing is happening. Alright. Unknown Ravager. Dead. Dead. Well, they're both taken care of. Oh, there's more. Get out of here. And get out of here. Okay, there we go. That was easy enough. There's Yashola. Oh, Yashola was the miner. Oh, that's fantastic. Stubborn to the last, as expected. You are unharmed? Of course. I just one-shot all of them. It's fine. A gang of sea wolf thieves in a Thanalan, no less. I suppose there's a first time for everything. Sea wolves? All of them? Aye, and all with the same taste in facial tattoos. Blue, in case you were wondering. Our thieves are a long way from home. Cute disguise, right? It looks fantastic. It's like such a good disguise for Y'shtola. Like I did not think that Y'shtola would have gone for that look. Thancred, if you would be so good as to attend to the outstanding matters in Horizon, I have inquiries to make. To Horizon, then. Fufu will want to hear about it. Your meeting with thieves. I mean, was it really a meeting or more of a slaughter? Because I kind of killed them all. But it's fine. It's debatable. We'll go that way. Get off my ship. Hey, Fufu. On behalf of the Brass Blades of the Rose, I thank you for your service to Horizon. But we have not been idle. While you were afield, we succeeded in identifying the traitor within our ranks. If that's so, then, by your leave, I should very much like to have a word with the fellow in private. I am afraid that will not be possible. Regrettably, he managed to subdue the unit of blades dispatched to detain him and made good for his escape. For the love of... And how did he manage that exactly? Your men haven't been sampling that summonus we confiscated, have they? Or was he a giant in disguise? I mean, that's a good point. Though, but he was quite strong. A sea-wolf. Laminsian born and raised, I believe. But do not worry. We will find him. You have my word on that. Pray keep me apprised of any developments. Okay. Wow, I can't read. Or I can never read. Yes, he's standing next to me. Understood. I fear our time together is at an end, my friend. Your services are required elsewhere. Awfully disappointing, I know. But one must follow where duty leads. You might try to look a little disappointed, or do you mean to give me another one of your stoic nods? You do, don't you? Mm-hmm. I just gave him a nod. I'm like, yep, I'm giving you a nod. That's all you get. I'm sorry. Okay, Thancred. You're getting more nods out of me. Which quest was that? The antecedent bid me tell you to make for Vesper Bay, where a young Alfie waits your coming most eagerly. It was he who requested your assistance. Some commotion or incident. I am not privy to the details. While you do whatever it is that Alfie has planned for you, I shall endeavor to track down our traitor's brass blade. And when I do, you may rest assured that we will have our answers. I mean, that's good. I appreciate that he's doing what he can to help out. I thought we were done with the Walking Sands. Shenanigans. Minfilia lied to me, making us come back over here again. Actually, no, we're not blaming Minfilia, because Minfilia is not the one that's making me come here. We're gonna blame Alfie, because he's deciding to go to our old base, instead of use our new base. He's just here to waste my time. We're not here for it. If only we could yell at him for it. Oh, there he is. I guess we'll give him the benefit because he's over here. I thought he was going to the actual base. You are late. Wow. Rude. No matter. I know where our visitors are headed. From what I have been able to gather, this vessel belongs to a band of Domans who seek an audience with the Sultana. You are familiar with Doma, yes? In Othard? Well, like the rest of the nations of the eastern continent, it is ruled by the Garlean Empire. Given our visitors' unannounced arrival, as well as the state of their ship, I suspect they did not leave their homeland under the best circumstances. Needless to say, I should be very interested to hear their tale, and more importantly, what they know about the current state of affairs of the Empire. Such information could prove most useful. I mean, their ship doesn't look that banged up. We would be fools not to pursue this opportunity, do you not think? Come with me to Uldarari. Unless I am mistaken, and I am rarely mistaken, we will find the Domans bickering with the Sultan Sworn of the Royal Promenade. You are uncertain of your role in the proceedings? Insurance. If our guests are not themselves Imperial agents, it seems fair to assume that they may be being perused by some, or pursued by some. And if not, who better than you to have it on hand in the event of an unforeseen diplomatic incident? Besides, I do so enjoy your sparkling repartee. Satisfied? Yeah, okay. We'll go with you. He makes good points. Like, I am good insurance for if anything does happen. So that is a valid argument right there. I mean, hell, look how menacing I look. I wouldn't want to mess with me. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Where are we going? Not the hustling strip. There we go. I mean, really, either one could get me there just fine. I know I've probably said this before, but the whole thing that they did upgrading the Ethernet shard system, where you actually can see where you're going when you're choosing between all the selection, is so nice. It makes it so much easier to travel and know where you need to go for quests and everything, versus how it used to be before, where like I would like click on it and be like, okay, let me look at my map and see where I'm going, and then I would get confused. Hey Echo, what's up? It's going pretty good. We're going through the storyline and everything. We have kind of the thing that we've kind of gone through recently is we beat the first expansion where we beat Ultima, we took down the boss and everything, and we resolved that whole issue. We went into the Coils of Bahamut and prevented Bahamut from being reborn, and now we're going through the Post ARR Reborn quest lines, which kind of connect us into Heavensward slowly. All the bads in town lose their head when you are around. All the bads? What do you mean? No, it matters not how many times you ask. Without the necessary permissions, none shall pass. Pray understand, good sir, we have not the leisure to lodge a formal petition. Time is of the essence. All I ask is that you summon your superior. Allow me to plead my case. Surely you can grant us that small kindship. Yeah. I've been kind of like what I've been doing lately, Echo, is I've been replaying the entire story because the expansion that just came out like 2 weeks ago now, or 3 weeks ago, 2 weeks, is supposed to be the closure of all the stories that have happened over the past like 5 expansions. And because a lot of the expansions I haven't played for many years, I don't remember a lot of the stories. So I kind of made the decision that I wanted to replay all the MSQ and everything, or the main story, so that I could remember everything. That way, going into the new expansion, I don't end up having questions about like, what is this? Who is this character? Anything like that. That was kind of what I went into it with. You know not what we do. But that does raise questions like I'm really curious to see what they end up doing going into 7.0 for the next expansion. Has it been super good? From what I've heard from people, the expansion has been really good. Like, people have really enjoyed the expansion and everything, which is also why I really want to like replay the story. The downside right now is like the expansion that I'm just now wrapping up is the very first expansion, and the first expansion is arguably like the slowest expansion because it was their very first attempt at creating the story after the whole 1.0 disaster that they had. So I'm almost through the slow portion, and then Heavensward, the next expansion that I'll be going into, hopefully, probably realistically, probably not in this stream because I still have like quite a few quests to finish for this expansion. But hopefully next stream, Heavensward is supposed to be like one of the saddest expansions, as in like story-wise. a lot of people tear up in that expansion. And then Stormblood is supposed to be really good. It's a little long in terms of like it drags on a bit here and there. And then Shadowbringers is fantastic. And then Endwalker is supposed to be really good as well. A loyal man with a cold heart. I know this kind well. I hope that you will find me more to your liking, Alfie Leveneur, at your service, a friend. Which I believe makes me a very nearly unique in this part of the world, at least. Few indeed are your allies and will die, yet you will need some if you wish to endear yourself to the wealthy and the powerful. May join me and my associate at the quicksand. There you may explain your situation to us, and we shall see if there is aught we can do to help. Alfie's really good at convincing people to go to do things. It's always what he's good for. The quicksand. But other than that, it's been going pretty good. I've been playing the new Reaper class, which has been super fun. And I really enjoy it, especially the teleportation. It's just great. You just boop. And you just leave a little portal. It's just a fun class. It's so much fun. Did you end up hearing about what they ended up doing with the sales for the game, Echo, at all? Because of how many people have been playing it recently? By the way, how is work for you? I'm sure it's been pretty, I would imagine, pretty chaotic since it's the holidays. Did you have a lot of deliveries and everything? There's Alfie. We'll discuss things.
We have traveled some several thousand miles across
Ooh,
the sea
dialogue.
from the nation of Doma, in hopes that we might find sanctuary in these lands.
Sanctuary, Lady Yugiri?
Why? Why are they looking for sanctuary?
Aye. Lying within Othard, Doma was under the dominion of the Garlean Empire, as I'm sure you are aware. When the
Yes.
War of Succession broke out in Garlemald, we espied an opportunity to free ourselves from the yoke of imperial oppression and took up arms.
So they're trying to get away from the Garleans.
Only to be crushed. And so I gathered what few Domans escaped the reckoning and guided them hither to your shores.
Okay. I mean, everyone's trying to get away from them. Everything is good? That's good.
Forgive me. You said that Doma was under imperial rule, did you not?
It's not too bad. Have you been doing a lot of deliveries and everything?
Doma is gone. Razed to the ground as an example to the other provinces.
Is that why we have to rebuild Doma?
Have mercy. And your people?
On a ship anchored in Vesper Bay, flying borrowed colors.
Oh, so they were hiding.
Many were complicit in the rebellion, or akin to those who were. They will not come ashore until I send word that it is safe to do so.
You haven't heard about the sell price? The sell price? Question mark?
I sought an audience with your rulers, but was summarily refused.
The lords of Uldar are not wont to entertain foreign refugees without suitable encouragement.
Mayhap I was foolish to expect otherwise, but our supplies run low and we have young ones in urgent need of care. I have seen the tents outside the gates, however. We are not the first to seek asylum.
No, they're definitely not the first. There's always people asking for help.
Be that as it may, Uldar is no friend to Garlemald. Your tale would stir the hearts of many men and women here. The Sultana and the Syndicate will not be so easily swayed. I shall see that you are granted an opportunity to plead your case.
Alfie is good with getting
This is
things
within
done.
your power?
That is 100%.
Well, far be it from me to boast, but I do have the
You do a lot
aid
of
several
deliveries.
influential individuals.
I feel like that'd be so stressful having to do all of that.
I am in your debt.
Lady Yugiri, forgive me for observing, but your choice of attire seems like to evoke feelings of mistrust.
I mean, I would agree with Alfie. She's kind of hiding
Men
herself.
are wont to fear the unfamiliar. We know this from experience.
I mean, they're not wrong. People do freak out about
I seek
things.
only to spare the people of Ultima unnecessary disquiet.
She's one of the dragon people.
I shall defer to your experience then.
I thank you for your understanding.
I could tell by her tail.
It seems I have urgent business with the Flame General. I leave our guests in your capable hands.
I'm capable? That's questionable. I think everyone would question that quite a bit. I don't think I should be trusted with this. Too much of a responsibility. Hey, you Geary. Okay. If I may, as I said earlier, we've been at sea for several moons, and our supplies are all but spent. I have not the heart to repeat the tales of our tribulations, nor would it please you to listen to them, I think. Suffice it to say, however, sacrifices have been made. Though it shames me to beg for more than we have already offered, so much desperation compels me. Gentle sir, if you or your associates could spare any provisions, anything at all, it would go a long way to lessen the suffering of my people. I think we might be able to find something. Hells, why didn't you say it so sooner? Of course I'll help. You couldn't have picked a better day, to tell the truth. A wealthy merchant and his entourage were due to have a banquet here on the morrow, see, but just sent word they couldn't come, meaning I've got a boat full of foods and no one to feed. Best of all, they paid for the lot in advance. Go and call on... I'm not gonna even try saying that name. Videru and Catherine at the Sapphire Avenue Exchange. Tell them I said to ship the little prince's order to the Waking Sand. Oh, and if they argue, just show them these letters. That should stare them straight. Okay. Let's do this. Okay, so we need to go down that way. We'll take the Aetherite. It'll make it a lot easier to get there. There we go. Merchant shop? Is that where I go? Yeah. Sapphire Avenue Exchange. There we go. And we go that way. Boop. There's Catherine. Rather odd request. Mayhaps you misheard her instructions? No, here's a letter. Do what I told you to do. You know, you shouldn't encourage them like this. They'll start to expect it. You mark my words. I mean, you know, I'm just doing what I'm told. She's in the business of feeding refugees now. I ain't normally one to question Mistress Momodi's judgment, but that doesn't seem wise to me. But letter. I'll not speak for the children, but if you ask me, any man what can't earn a crust deserves to go hungry. Rude. Wow. So just because they're in trouble and they can't do something for themselves, they get to starve according to that person. Cool. Super useful. Let's see here. Where? I forgot. What did I just do? I'm so confused. What did I just do? I did something. I know I teleported, but they didn't give you any trouble, did they? Good. Now go and tell Lady Yugiri it's all in hand. I mean, they kind of gave me a little bit of trouble, but I gave them the letter, and they were like, okay, okay. I dare not hope for such magnanimity? Question mark? Such less expected. Mistress Momodi is generous indeed. I shall be sure to thank her most humbly. Lady Yugiri, I briefed the Flame General on your situation. I think you will be pleased with his reply. We have been granted an audience? Before the Sultana and the Syndicate both, we should return to the Royal Promenade at once. You have done much for us, Master Alfie. I swear we shall return the favor. Not its owed, Lady Yugiri, for naught has been given. This small favor you fairly won with your words, and it is with words that you must win the favor of the Syndicate. Then I shall choose them with care. You will be accompanying us, yes? Your presence may serve to remind the Syndicate of the true meaning of philanthropy, and that nothing so unpalpable will be required of them, assuming the Domans are willing to earn their keep. Come, the Flame General awaits us in the Royal Promenade. Why do I have to show my presence? I'm not doing anything. I'm just existing there. Oops. Not that way. Wrong way. Wrong portal jump. We'll go to the Royal Promenade. The Chamber of Rule. Yep. We'll go that way. And then from there, we'll go over here. Reborn. A pleasure, Lieutenant Senpai. The others are already inside. Let's not keep them waiting. Okay. Everyone meets together. What is with a hat?
I, Yugiri of Doma, am honored to meet you at last, Your Grace. To mark this auspicious occasion, I should like to present to you the finest treasures our humble nation has to offer. Alas, the circumstances which have brought me here today have divested me of both time and dignity. I come before you as a pauper in direst need of aid, to request that you grant my people asylum.
I, Nanamo, 17th in the line of Ul, welcome you to our city. Be at ease, Lady Yugiri. Although I myself
Nanamo.
heard the tale of your misfortune, I would ask that you recount it once more for the benefit of the others here present.
As you wish, Your Grace. For many years, my nation, Doma, suffered under the yoke of imperial rule, and my people yearned to be free. Thus, when a war of succession broke out in Garlemald, we sought to take advantage of the chaos and reclaim our liberty. Alas,
They took a chance.
our enemy proved less preoccupied than we had hoped, and our rebellion was put down in the most brutal fashion.
It sucks.
How many do they number?
Not many.
More than 200 souls huddle within
Oh,
the
it's a good amount.
confines of our own galleon's hold. Yet this figure accounts for but one of a number of ships which escaped the purge.
At least some
It is
got
my
out.
hope that you will allow us all to dwell within your walls. Should that prove unfeasible, however, I humbly ask that you accept as many of my people as your resources allow. Pray understand, we do not beg a boon, but propose instead an arrangement. We would serve as soldiers or tradesmen until our debt is repaid.
I mean, they're at least willing to trade something
What
for
are the
it.
Syndicate's opinions on this matter?
I, for one, think it's a marvelous idea. Lady Yugiri and her people strike me as an industrious lot, and there are parts of the city which have yet to be fully restored. If they are willing to work, I see no reason not to let them.
You made a good point. The city can always use it.
The head of the Mirage Trust is not known for his generosity. He sees profit in this.
Alfie calls it like it is.
I agree. That said, these are foreign refugees. To admit them would require a formal resolution. Shall we call a vote?
I mean, you gotta have to call a vote, don't you? You gotta be fair about it.
The law is
What is that supposed to mean?
Tell me, are you blind or willfully ignorant? Even now, our streets are choked with the displaced victims of the Calamity and Alamigan refugees.
And?
They live hand to mouth, subsisting on aid provided by the immortal flames, the cost of which grows ever higher.
Okay, so you already have people that
is not without limits, my friends. And need I remind you that these refugees are prone to violence and criminal activity? You have all read the reports, I think.
What reports?
Without homes or employment, it is only a matter of time before men grow desperate and take that which they imagine has been unjustly denied them. Yet, knowing this, you would have us swell their ranks. Mayhap you think the brass blades and the flames are not hard-pressed enough?
Some say the chairman of the East Aldenard Trading Company passes Gil thrice daily. This may explain how he came to be the wealthiest man in Ul'dah. Or it may simply be that he's ruthless beyond reckoning.
I mean, he seems kind of ruthless. He's not very helpful at all.
Surely the Sultanate can support the few hundred domins Lady Yugiri represents. That our resources have been taxed, I do not deny. But we are hardly in danger of financial collapse.
Nanamo's like, we can do something.
An exception, Your Grace? I am suddenly reminded of a similar debate some years ago regarding a number of Alamigan refugees, if memory serves.
This guy is kind of annoying.
What were your words that day? Yes, the law is the law, and so our visitors remained in Little Alamigo. Mayhap our wise and benevolent Sultana would be so good as to enlighten us as to which other of our laws should not be upheld.
Can we get rid of him? He's kind of annoying.
My lord, I share your concern for the welfare of our great nation, but we must endeavor to take a longer view. You know as well as I that people can be a resource still more precious than gil.
This is very true.
Precious or not, they were never yet so reliable. And unlike those who frequent your establishment, I have no desire to gamble with my future.
So he's looking out for himself.
Is and has ever been her material wealth. We risk this at our peril. One need only look to Teleji Adeleji's example for evidence of the danger in allowing sentiment to dictate policy.
What do you mean?
The vaunted Mirage have fallen, both in repute and profitability, since he began employing refugees.
How I choose to conduct my affairs is not your concern, my lord.
This is true. Not his problem.
Has been tabled. Given its urgency, I move we forego further debate and call a vote.
I agree. Let's do it.
Refugees or not. Those in favor, I bid you remain. Those opposed, I bid you leave.
I mean, that's one way to vote. Just get out if you don't want to be a part of it. Of course he's gonna leave. Does anybody else end up leaving? Oh, that person leaves. The one with a hat. Oh, and they left too. Interesting. So they lost everyone, pretty much.
Would that it were within my power to welcome you and your people, Lady Yugiri. As you have observed, however, my authority in such matters is regrettably limited. Without the consent of the Syndicate, I cannot act.
I understand.
I'm trying to understand, like, what is the Syndicate to this? Like, are they like the overarching power of Ul'dah? I feel like I missed something at one point. Either that or it hasn't been clearly explained just yet.
Little Alamigo would now be thriving. Oh, then that you should have traveled so far under such dire circumstances, only to be refused in this manner is utterly unconscionable. Pray, accept my sincere...
At least some of them were willing to be helpful. That's the important thing, I guess. But just like Nanamo was saying, there's not much they can do unless they all agree, or at least the majority agree.
Little reason to maintain the pretense of unity. The monitorists have grown especially defiant of late. Lord Lolorito most of all.
Yeah, Lolorito was kind of annoying.
Time nor place for that discussion.
Sag. Well, we made an attempt at it. Alright. I think that is where I'm going to call it for tonight, you guys. We'll suspend this quest for right now and save my progress so we can continue it next time. Because I feel like that's a good pausing point, because I have a feeling that going from here, it's going to go pick up into some more things going into the story. So I think my plan for right now is I'll definitely be streaming on Sunday afternoon. If I can get things working good, because I have some things I need to take care of tomorrow, I may try to throw in a stream as well tomorrow evening. So I'll kind of play that by ear. As always, I'll make sure to let everyone know in Discord and all of that. So we'll kind of go from there. With that, I'll talk to you guys all later. Appreciate all you guys coming out to hang out and everything. And yeah, I'll see you guys all later. Bye.